The heart of L.A., Valley Sports West. The heart of a fan.
Welcome to Angels Live, presented by your Southern California Cadillac dealers right here on Valley Sports. Well, the dust has settled after the Angels used their fists to find some momentum on what has been a very frustrating stretch of this season. Now they turn their attention to the Chicago White Sox for 3 games at the Big A. Here's what's on tap over the next 30 minutes on what we like to call the big show. Well, the fists, they were a-flying, and today the suspensions have been announced. Thor, he likes home cooking. He's on the hill here tonight. Mike Trout, big anniversary, not about his bat, but about his glove. That and much more happens right here, right now on Angels Live. Welcome, everyone, to the pregame show. Ken French with a couple Halo Hall of Famers, Tim Salmon, and GA is back in the house. Gentlemen, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good, GA. give me your reaction on everything that took place. Tim and I had to break this thing down all day long yesterday. When you were watching this transpire, what were you thinking?
I was kind of reminded about the days when I played.
Yeah.
The first team came to mind, and then I started thinking about all the games before and all the home runs that he did hit against him. It was kind of surprising that it probably took that long.
Yeah.
But, you know, in this day and age of people liking you on Twitter and Instagram, I don't know if that's really a thing anymore.
Yeah. Well, and Tim, you made a good point. You know, like in the Cal League, 8 games in 11 days against this Seattle team. I mean, tensions can heat up a little bit.
They do heat up. I mean, this is something that, you know, back in our day, when you're playing teams as much as they're playing them, they don't, I mean, back in the day, they didn't give you that much, you know, time to react. Like GA said, I mean, you beat a team 4 days in a row in a 5-game set.
Yes.
I mean, you probably don't even get a chance to get to 4 days there. So it is different today. But, yeah, without a doubt, I mean, this is a crazy day of suspensions. I'm really surprised. I guess the video is a lot clearer today than it was back in the grainy days. They can find out a lot more today than they did back in the days.
Yeah, apparently MLB's been breaking this thing down, and literally like a minute ago, these just came down the wire. Phil Nevin's been hit with 10. The coaching staff has taken the brunt of this, by the way. Dom Chidi, 5. Ray Montgomery, 2. But he will be the acting manager today, so his suspension won't kick in until later. Manny Del Campo, one of the interpreters, he's got 2. And Bill Hasselman got 1. Anthony Rendon, he was one of the first guys we saw there with 5. Andrew Wance, 3. Ryan Tepera, 3. Raisel Iglesias, you saw the emotions last night. He would pick up 2. So they have been doled out, and certainly some repercussions across this team and across the Seattle Mariners. But this is what transpired yesterday, or should I say the day before. It had been building, Tim, as you mentioned. This is the night before it happened. Mike Trout not happy, and Phil Nevin definitely was unhappy, Jay, after the game. But then yesterday, this is what happened. Second batter of the game, Andrew Wance going after Julio Rodriguez.
Well, you know, it's interesting because I think if he would have hit him right there, it might have been done with. But the fact that it was just warnings right there, I think they really wanted to get a pound of flesh here. And, you know, Wance started the next inning and facing Tepera. You got a lefty in the bullpen ready to go. So it kind of looks like Wance was left in there to make sure he got I can't even think of it. Winker. I'm sorry. But you know what? The fact that he went towards the dugout, that says it all right there. That's what really got it going. He could have said his beef, whatever, and moved away and just taken first base. I mean, take it like a pro in a sense. I mean, they were going to hit you. Somebody was going to get hit, and they threw it at your hip. That's one. Hey, that's what Trout. That's all Trout was asking for. If you're going to hit me in the hip. I'll take my base. And they did that. So the fact that he went to the bench, that's what created all the mess.
And GA, after something like that, considering the tough stretch this team has been on, can this be a galvanizing moment for this club and hopefully bring them together?
No doubt. No doubt. I mean,
we hope
those
so.
Kind of things, I've been a part of fights, and those it kind of gets you going a little bit. Like, you know, everybody's pulling for everybody, and the ones that we've been in, it definitely changes the mood. You know, you can tell that the guys want to be around each other more. So hopefully it does.
You know, I was thinking about it. You know, we've been in quite a few. And to me, when you're going through a tough stretch and you're getting a brawl, you're in a little bit of that fog of war. And I think sometimes a brawl just kind of brings out a new energy, a new life. You know, all of a sudden you're looking at the video the next day, you see your brother over here picking you up. Oh, my gosh, that was you. And it just creates this excitement and energy that just takes your mind off maybe some of the recent struggles. So that's what you're hoping to see. see.
Well, one thing you mentioned to me last night is you saw the energy on the field, but wait till that energy gets to the clubhouse and it goes up a few notches more, as you mentioned, being able to talk about it afterwards. And hopefully that goes into tonight's game against the White Sox. But you mentioned you guys have been in a few yourselves. So we're going to do a little flashback to 1998. Actually, Phil Nevin was asked about this in the post-game presser. Tim, take me through this.
Well, apparently I hit a grand slam before this. I didn't realize that. I totally forgot about that part of it. But, that opened the door for them to bring in, is it Jim Presley?
Yeah.
They brought in Jim Presley. And apparently he didn't see Nevin get hit early in the game. He was in the bathroom, having a smoke. And he thought, well, hey, the pregame meeting said if you get a chance, hit Phil Nevin. And that was the second time Nevin got hit that day. So he was going to go take care of business right there. But let me tell you what, that fight didn't end right there. That brawl, it was a big brawl right there. But then a few innings later, Mike Holtz comes in and, he hits Jose Offerman. Offerman goes to the bench like Winker did. And then it started again. It felt like we had 3 brawls that night. We were exhausted on that flight home to Seattle. Do you remember that one?
I remember the Offerman thing a little bit because he came toward the dugout, but the one that I remember more was that the third one when I can't remember his name, but the shortstop sucker punched one of our players, and then that ended up spilling into their dugout, and they just immediately got him out of there.
Yeah.
Well, let's repeat one thing here before I bring in Erica. You mentioned, Nevin had been hit once.
Yes.
The pitcher that came in relief was out having a smoke, did not realize he'd been hit because supposedly it was going to be over. Then he hits him again because he thought that's what he was supposed to do.
Yes, and I'll say this. And there's another thing. Damon Mayshore was a part of this. He's the first base coach here, and he was the one that was chasing down the sucker puncher.
Yes.
And he was part of that one. Somehow we've been talking about this, and I've kind of neglected him, but I'm going to give him kudos because he was one of the first guys on that shortstop back then.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, so we're trying to sort things out up here. Erica, we're going to bring you in from inside the Big A. Hopefully you've been able to sort some things out there in the dugout. Post-brawl thoughts. What's the vibe like with the team today?
Yeah, you mentioned that he was asked about that brawl in the post-game media session with the media last night. He said he hadn't even thought about it, so it's funny that you're bringing it up once again today. It was clearly not on top of his mind. He had a lot going on. The vibe in the clubhouse after the game yesterday was certainly excited because they were able to get that win after such an emotional and intense day. But again, there was a lot of intensity because of what had unfolded. Phil Nevin did mention this after the game last night, saying we played this team 8 times in the span of the week. Certain things can happen. Who knows if it was Mike Trout continuing to hit home runs against them that was the start of all of this. It could be. We'll maybe never know exactly what transpired to make, quite the scene that we saw yesterday. But one thing is for sure from the clubhouse this afternoon is that, yes, the Halos were glad to get the win last night, but they are ready to turn the page and move on. Here is more.
No, we're business as usual. The win was nice yesterday. We're done talking about it's what happened. It's over, done with. But no, it was a great win for us yesterday to finish up a rather rough week, if you will, in a series where, like I said, we played well each night. Friday and Saturday night, you had a chance in your last at bat, and then win one yesterday. So hopefully it carries over.
When you go through stuff as a team, it just brings you closer. Even as a family, when you go through stuff, you go through certain confrontations, and amongst each other, it may bring you closer. And then especially when you're doing that, with other people, and you see that you guys have your back, I think it just brings you closer together. And there's no more question as to whether or not we have each other's backs.
Michael Lorenzen, of course, a former teammate of Jesse Winker in Cincinnati. We spoke with Phil Nevin this afternoon prior to those suspensions being handed down about 5 or 10 minutes ago. So that was his comments prior to learning the news. So also no injuries to report from that brawl, but Matt Duffy was placed on the injured list this afternoon. He left the game yesterday early. He's dealing with back spasms. I spoke to him. He said he had a similar back injury yesterday. He had a similar back injury last season. So there are conversations on how they can rehab it similarly to they did last season, but he said it wasn't from the brawl or the fight. It didn't help, but it wasn't from that. So he is going to be down. In the meantime, Matt Thaiss has been recalled, and he could see some time at third base along with David McKinnon, guys.
All right, Erica, thank you very much. Thanks for trying to sort all that stuff out for us. We greatly appreciate it. No, by the way, gents, they play 11 more times this year. A 5-game series, another one in Seattle. GA, should we expect this to carry over?
No, I don't think anybody has the energy for that.
You know what? I think the suspensions right here are giving you a glimpse into how the league's dealing with
Get
this.
a handle with it next time
I think round 2 of this, the suspensions might finish your season.
Yeah, that's a great point. Okay, we're going to take our first time out here in Angels Live, coming at you from outside the big game. But when we do come back, Angels hoping to make it 2 in a row here at home as Noah Syndergaard. He loves pitching on the hill at the big game. We'll talk about Thor and the home cooking coming up after this.
The game is changing, and so are the shows that talk about it. MLB Network's Off Base.
What's going on, everyone?
A modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It doesn't get much better than sitting around and talking baseball.
Only on MLB Network.
Where there's baseball,
one pitch away from baseball history,
there's drama.
He has thrown a no-hitter.
Where there's baseball,
near the wall,
there's action.
He made a phenomenal catch.
And where there's baseball,
let's go live inside the park.
There's MLB Tonight.
On MLB Network.
Oh, wow.
Where there's baseball, all the time.
Unbelievable.
We've seen it time and time again.
Warm-up toss is in as we welcome you back to Angels Live on Valley Sports. Angels Baseball presented by your Southern California Cadillac dealers. Angels, believe it or not, have lost their last 5 straight home series. Looking to turn that ship around at the Big A tonight against the Chicago White Sox. Welcome you back outside the Big A. Ken French along with Tim Salmon, Garrett Anderson with you. How do you turn things around here at home? How do you start putting wins up on the board? Well, gents, you put a pitcher on the mound who's very good at home. Thor in 6 starts, 2.39 ERA here at the Big A. GA, when you think about a pitcher and why he's good at home and maybe down on the road, can you give me something that stands out to you about Thor and the way he throws here?
It probably has something to do with sights. I mean, pitchers, everything is visual in our sport, and to be in a place where you're comfortable and you know, just everything behind, you know, all comes into play. Yeah. And just the comfort of just being on the home mound.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of things about, you know, Thor. I mean, he's still coming off that Tommy John from, you know, the last couple of years, and he's out there trying to figure out his game. And part of this is the velo. The velo isn't maybe where he wants it to be. Maybe that's, you know, still trying to build up some of that arm strength. But with the lowest velo that he's had in his career, he's also got the lowest slugging percentage working at the same time. So he's been able to be effective with the slider and the curve. He's working the secondary pitches in there. He's doing a very good job with that. He's a strike thrower, lots of strikes. And pitchers tell you what's the most important pitch in the game? Strike one. He works ahead in the count. His last, you know, 3 out of the last 4 starts have kind of been a little bit clunkers for him. And I think it's mainly because he's been able to, he gets hurt. He's always ahead in the count, but sometimes the quality of those 2-strike pitches have covered the heart of the plate, and it's hurted him a little. But here's something to consider. I mean, we're always talking about third time through the lineup.
Yes.
This guy's numbers are reversed. 267 first time through the lineup, 241 second time through the lineup, and 200 the third time through the lineup. So he's definitely a pitcher that understands how to pitch into a game and use his pitches to get guys out that second, third time through.
GA, though, his ERA, you said first time, just the first inning is over 10. After that, the second on is just over 2. So as a hitter, are you going up there going, I'm first pitch swinging if he's going to throw it down the pipe?
Well, me as a hitter, yes. I mean, come on. So it doesn't matter who's on the mound. That doesn't change my game plan whatsoever. But yes, I mean, there are some notes that stick out on pitchers, and you do try to take advantage of them.
You know, he reminds me of a Chuck Finley type, the guy that, you know, had a splitty, and he never really had command of that splitty early in the game. And teams, if they got to him early, they might score 2, 3, 4 runs early, but you could wake up an hour later in the 9th inning and you were shut down. That's that's the kind of pitcher this Noah Syndergaard is, and I really believe we're still learning. I think he's still learning what his arm is going to be post Tommy John, and with the velo's down, but he's learning how to pitch. He's for the first time he's probably having to rely on some of these secondary pitches that he wasn't able to do years ago.
Yeah, we're talking to Mark Langston about that before the game, and he was saying the same thing. He's trying to learn his stuff again. His velo started to start the season 93, 94, and Jensen's like kind of up to 96 right now. There's an uptick of just a little bit, so we're seeing a part of that come back, but it's nowhere near the over 100 miles an hour that we saw before Tommy John. Now he's going to be taking on a Chicago White Sox lineup, GA, that was supposed to hit a lot of home runs this year. That is not happening. Can a team coming into a season have high expectations, and can those expectations get to them?
For sure. I mean, because nowadays with the media and it's always in their face every day, there's just no way to avoid it. So, and then in turn, what you start doing is you start putting more pressure on yourself to do the things that people expect you to do, as opposed to just playing the game.
I think complacency is a word that you always got to evaluate a team by. They had success last year, they're complacent. I don't think that's the issue here. Two things. They have the 7th hardest strength of schedule to this point in the year, so they've been playing some tough teams. Secondly, much like the Angels, they've got a lot of guys on the IL. I mean, just Grandal's, last year, what did he have? He had 23 homers, 62 RBIs. He's got 2 and 15, and he's on the IL right now. Jose Abreu, 30 home runs last year. He only has 9 to this point. He doesn't really have anybody around. Makata, 14, 61 last year, 3 home runs this year. He's on the IL. And of course, Tim Anderson spent some time on the IL. He's finally back. He had 17 home runs as well. He's only got 5. So when you're losing those key parts of the lineup around the big hitters, you're just not going to see an offense that flows very well. And then you compound that with the fact that you're facing one of the toughest schedules, which really means some of the toughest pitching in the league.
Yeah, and their pitching, by the way, Lucas Giolito, who's starting tonight, has given up 15 earned runs his last 10 innings. So some of their big horses not living up to the hype either this season. So we're taking the time out here on Angels Live pregame. But when we do come back, very special anniversary. We take you back to Baltimore. No, it's not about the bat. It's about the glove. If you know Trout, you know exactly what I'm talking about. A very special anniversary coming at you next.
Hey kids, join MLB Network and your favorite players for a show made just for you, Play Ball. It's all the big moments, bat flips, and amazing plays from an exciting week of baseball and tips to up your game. Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
Baseball's biggest moments are live on MLB Big Inning. MLB.TV's nightly show takes you from game to game for all the grand slams, no-hitters, walk-offs, and more as they happen.
Wow, he can do it all!
Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel.
This is some kind of awesome.
After your game ends, the action's just heating up on MLB Big Inning. Every night on MLB.TV.
June 27th, 2012, Camden Yards, J.J. Hardy at the plate. Mike Trout leaps up and brings it back. Jared Weaver on the hill. He loves it. What a catch that one for will forever be remembered as the catch, as I sit up on set here with a couple Halo Hall of Famers and former outfielders. GA, when you look at that, can you give me rank it 1 to 10, 10 being best?
Of all my alpha picks of catches?
Yes.
The first one that I think of, and I didn't even see the catch, is the one Jimmy made in Kansas City, by far.
Oh,
but
yes.
I never actually saw it because the guy that was hitting didn't have a lot of power. Jimmy was playing really shallow, and it was 2 outs. So I just started trotting in, and the next thing I know, I turn around, and I see him on the ground. I'm like, what did I just miss?
That's a good one. What do you think of that one, though?
Well, that catch Trout made, I mean, that's a nice fresh face right there. That was Mike Trout with his wheels under him.
Yes, right?
He covered a lot of ground. That was a great catch right there, without a doubt. I mean, and just the camera angle.
The hang time, everything was perfect.
That might be the new MLB logo on something.
GA talks about social media. That was definitely one that was all over social media. Let's talk about Mike Trout.
I did see Jimmy Edmonds, though. I was firsthand. I saw that one, and that was fantastic.
That was good stuff. Forever, yes, absolutely. Against KC, right? Was that Kansas City?
Kansas City.
A lot of KC talk today.
A lot of KC talk today. Well, let's talk about Mike Trout. Continue to talk about him, but this time at the plate. He has been incredible at the plate. And by the way, a great stat I looked up here. Well, not really looked up. It was on Twitter. When he finished this 0 for 26 slump, fellas, the longest of his career, now he's 19 for 55, 9 homers, hitting 346. That is pretty darn impressive over a 16-game span. So Mike Trout has been playing well. And, you mentioned his wheels. We've seen him get some good jumps out there in the outfield as late as well.
We have, and we got to be careful there because he did have a little bit of that groin issue last week. But, yeah, here's the thing about Mike. As a right-handed batter facing right-handed pitching 80% of the time, I'm always looking for, what do the spray charts look like? His spray chart is so heavy center field right now. I mean, look at this OPS versus the White Sox. I mean, he's leading it, obviously. Mike Trout, I mean, he leads everything. But when I evaluate him as a hitter, I'm always evaluating hitters. Where's their spray chart going? And for when I'm looking at Mike right now, his spray chart is super heavy center field, equal right center, equal left center. The other thing, too, fastball, 289 with 14 homers. Non-fastball, 294 with 8 homers. Fellas, if you're a right-handed hitter, you better learn to hit an off-speed pitch if you want to be anything close to Mike Trout kind of category there. He does such a great job of staying on the ball. His hitting zone is kind of old school, looking middle away, looking to cover the outside part of the plate because that keeps you on the fastball and the off-speed pitches, and that's why he's able to have an OPS like that.
And also, one thing we're seeing from Mike Trout that, guys, I haven't seen in a while, he's taking early BP. We've seen him out there pretty much every day this week. It's been hot, but he's out there taking his reps. So, I'm sure he is trying to get himself dialed in and stay consistent here through the month of June. Oh, by the way, he's 1 home run shy of getting his 5th month with 10 home runs. Speaking of home runs, we like the home run blast. All of us do. So all you got to do is scan the QR code to enter and compete for thousands of monthly and season-long prizes. Plus, your first play is free. Every night, you pick 3 batters who you think are going to hit it out of the park. You score 1 point for every home run your selected batters hit, and the more points you score every month, the more cash prizes you can win for complete game rules. Go to homerunblast.com/rules. Who do we pick here tonight? Let's take a look. Walsh is up there a couple times. Ward going with Gooby, Ohtani, Erica Weston. Hey, Dave McKinnon, he's due. He is absolutely due. And Tim Salmon, of course, you're going with Walsh, as I mentioned. GA.
No-brainer.
Going outside the box tonight.
A little bit.
Hey, Gia, do you know I'm 2 for 2?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you were 3 for 3.
Giolito's fastball's a click down, and his off-speed pitches are getting crushed right now. I think Walsh is due because this guy can hit.
All right, we'll see what happens. That is our picks for the home run blast here tonight at the Big A's. We take one more time out here on Angels Live pregame. When we do come back, we'll get you closer to Thor, taken to the hill tonight at the Big A.
This is Pollo.
There's more to baseball than just the game.
Who's the biggest jokester in that clubhouse?
MLB Network's Off Base, the show that talks about baseball and everything around it.
The sky's the limit. That's why we love this sport.
Off Base, only on MLB Network.
Baseball's biggest moments are live on MLB Big Inning. MLB.TV's nightly show takes you from game to game for all the grand slams, no-hitters, walk-offs, and more as they happen.
Wow, he can do it all!
Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel.
This is some kind of awesome.
After your game ends, the action's just heating up on MLB Big Inning. Every night on MLB.TV.
Southern California Cadillac dealers and by Jerome's. Catch the Angels action from Jerome's Best Seat in the House. Sign up for a chance to win at jeromes.com. You know the kids are getting fries today. You know why? Because all season long, the day after the Angels win at home like last night, fans can redeem free medium fries with a $1 minimum purchase at participating SoCal McDonald's. Download and register on the McDonald's app. Hold up those fries. Put a smile on those kids. And hey, don't forget to vote for your favorite Halo All-Star. Here is your latest update. Phase 1 ends on June 30th. Get your Halos to the game. Shohei Ohtani still 400,000 behind. Yordan Alvarez in that DH spot. Mike Trout, second overall vote getter in the outfield. Once again, go to MLB.com, Angels.com, and the MLB app as we take a look at the Angels lineup tonight. GA, I'm going to start with you. Brandon Marsh, he's been struggling. They put him down to the 8th spot. How can that help him?
It could help him a lot. He's going to be in a position where they're not looking for him to drive in runs, being in the middle part of the lineup, or even being 5th and 6th. So I like to see when guys are struggling, put them in a position where they can, they're not paid attention to as much, and maybe he can help them find a swing.
And for you, Tim?
Sneak a few fastballs in there for him. I like David McKinnon in the 4-hole. He's split up the 2 lefties. We've been really struggling in this lineup to create depth and get the right guys hitting in those heart of the order spots. David McKinnon is showing us the at-bats that he had down in the minor leagues, where he's that heart of the order guy that knows how to drive in runs. Most importantly, he knows how to put in good at-bats against guys that have, a variety of pitches: fastball, curveball, slider. He's hit the slider last night for a big hit late in the game, pinch hit, and the curveball the night before. So I like him in that 4-hole.
On this homestand, 3 for 9, 3 singles, 4 RBI, 3 walks, and does not have a strikeout. He has been getting it done, and he'll start at third base. Marshy hoping to get things going. Shohei always smiling. Patio, Mark Gubaza, Erica Wesson with the call. Angels baseball next.
Smells good. And this is a...
Evan Longoria, a guy last year who was one of the catalysts to a surprising Giants team.
Meet Evan Longoria. He's watching MLB Network.
Longo's hitting with big-time power. Still that
because that's what baseball fans do.
Here we go, Longo, 2022.
Baseball's biggest moments are live on MLB Big Inning. MLB.TV's nightly show takes you from game to game for all the grand slams, no-hitters, walk-offs, and more as they happen.
Wow, he can do it all!
Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel.
This is some kind of awesome.
After your game ends, the action's just heating up on MLB Big Inning. Every night on MLB.TV.
The heart of LA, Valley Sports West. The heart of the fan.
Tonight's ball game is brought to you by Jack in the Box. The Angels taking on the Chicago White Sox here at the Big A, concluding a 9-game homestand and coming off an emotional, hard-fought victory yesterday over the Seattle Mariners. And with that bench-clearing brawl between the Mariners and the Angels yesterday, we knew that there would be suspensions and fines. It was just a matter of when. Well, it just came down. Phil Nevin from yesterday's fight received a 10-game suspension. Rendon 5, Wantz 3, Ryan Tepera with 3, and Raisel Iglesias with 2, but they will appeal. So Tepera and Iglesias available tonight. Now you see Dom Chidi, Montgomery, Del Campo, and Hasselman. Ray Montgomery will be the acting manager here tonight, and he'll serve his suspension when Dom Chidi comes off. Two-time All-Star Mark Gubaza joins me right now. That's a lot to digest, certainly, but from the players' perspective, with what went down yesterday, they've been struggling. How do you think this will help them?
Patrick, when you think about how great of a start the team got off to, then they went in that really tough stretch, including 14 games in a row, which they lost, and then the game yesterday where you had that action going. And obviously, you never want to see anything escalate to this point where that did yesterday between Seattle and the Angels, but these are brothers together. These are guys that are together all the time for about 9 straight months. It was good to see these guys go out there and protect their brothers during the course of that. But after that happened, after everything kind of calmed down, a great at-bat from Rengifo, a changeup of Marco Gonzalez, a perfect pitch. The Angels were down 1-0, it tied it up, and then David McKinnon against a nasty 90-plus-mile-an-hour slider gets that ball to center field. Harrison's able to score the go-ahead run at that point, and then the bullpen, Ortega picking up his first major league save. So there's a lot of energy for the guys yesterday. It was all set up. The fact is they needed something to spark their energy, and that's what happened.
Yeah, it certainly did, and now they need perhaps a little jolt, or how about some thunder from Thor? Noah Syndergaard is looking for the win, and to keep that momentum that the Angels possibly gathered yesterday into tonight.
It's time for MLB Pitch Hit and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Give the kids in your community a chance to compete in the 2022 Pitch Hit and Run Finals by hosting a local competition. Sign up for free at pitchhitrun.com.
Syndergaard takes the ball for the Angels tonight. Thor and the Halos looking to use the intensity and emotion from yesterday to their advantage tonight versus the White Sox. Lineups and first pitch moments away.
Baseball's biggest moments are live on MLB Big Inning. MLB.TV's nightly show takes you from game to game for all the grand slams, no-hitters, walk-offs, and more as they happen.
Wow, he can do it all!
Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel.
This is some kind of awesome.
After your game ends, the action's just heating up on MLB Big Inning. Every night on MLB.TV.
Down to pitching, and it's been stellar, especially top 4 Angels starters. Home ERA with Noah Syndergaard, Shohei Ohtani, Michael Lorenzen, and Patrick Sandoval. Gooby all living in the two.
Yeah, they've thrown the ball very well. They've gotten off to good starts at home. They're struggling on occasion that first inning. A number of the pitchers on the road, but at home they've dominated and used all their pitches. Had that great workout routine down to the bullpen and took it right to the game mound here at the Big A.
Noah Syndergaard. This is a big start for him. He showed a lot of emotion. And how will that galvanize this Angels team as they kick off this 3-game series against the Chicago White Sox? For Noah, his last victory was here at the Big A. It was over a month ago, May 24th, versus the Texas Rangers. Record of 4-6 and a 1.20 whip.
And my go-tos for Syndergaard to have a solid game against a lineup like the White Sox that hit the ball on the ground quite a bit. Use that sinker for some quick outs. He's had outstanding numbers with his sinker, soft contact, and breaking balls for swing and misses. As far as strikeouts this year, 11 strikeouts versus his slider and curveball. But that sinker is going to be a big part of his success here tonight against this White Sox lineup.
Well, this White Sox team is coming in under 500, 34-37, yet a winning record on the road. Here's their batting order. Tim Anderson is excellent, followed by Andrew Vaughn, Luis Robert, Jose Abreu, A.J. Pollock, Gavin Sheets, Sebi Zavala, Josh Harrison, and Lenin Sosa is at second base for Tony La Russa. He's been managing for decades and decades. Gooby's back at the helm here of the Chicago White Sox. Let's go through this defense real quick here for the Angels. Brandon Marsh, Mike Trout, Taylor Ward is the outfield. David McKinnon back at third. Andrew Velasquez, Luis Rengifo, Jared Walsh at first base, and Max Stassi doing the catching.
And very important to work together very well with Syndergaard today, especially when it comes to if they have base runners throwing out base stealers. 23% this season. That's 5th best in the American League. The White Sox this year, 33 stolen bases, only caught twice. Over 94% success rate, so Max Stassi could be a big player if there's base runners at all today.
That was a big caught stealing on Frazier yesterday in the 9th inning. And we are underway. Swing and a miss from Tim Anderson. So keeping a guy like Tim Anderson off the base pass, and then when they do get on, that's going to be critical.
And I love seeing that break a ball first pitch. These top 3 in the lineup for the White Sox do a ton of damage on the first pitch they see.
Anderson coming in hitting .339 on the season. Year in, year out, seemingly in the running for the batting title in the American League.
Well, he hits the baseball to all fields. He runs very well. That's a pretty good sinker there. You almost got him to chase off the plate. He's usually up there swinging the bat. And you got to be, as you notice, the infield defense, they are playing straight up. You don't see that too often in this game anymore.
Fouled back 2-2. Anderson in that 4-game series that these two teams split 2 apiece was 8 for 17, 471 average.
You remember those games too. He had a lot of baseballs to right center and right field.
Now swing and a miss. Good start for Syndergaard. Anderson goes down swinging.
It's that power sinker from Syndergaard. Stays on top. That downward action. He was trying to punch that ball to right field, but enough movement downstairs. And we're going to talk about and show the difference between that, his sinker, and how effective that could be throughout the game for Syndergaard. If he's on his game, it's his sinker. He's getting those big outs.
White Sox avoided a sweep versus the Baltimore Orioles. Andrew Vaughn really struggled in that series, and first pitch swinging. That's 2 outs as McKinnon gets Vaughn. And the first inning is so critical for Syndergaard, and that's good to see those 2 quick outs.
Yeah, his numbers, ERA over 10 in the first inning, but after that point, settles in and dominates an ERA 2.45. Again, you got a lot of guys in this lineup swinging at the first pitch. You had Anderson swinging at the first pitch. You had Vaughn swinging at the first pitch. Luis Robert swings at the first pitch. And it's very good as far as hitting off-speed pitches. Abreu and Robert hit changeups very well.
First pitch to Robert misses. White Sox do not have a player in the lineup on the team with double digits in homers, which is a big surprise considering players like Robert and Abreu, but they have been besieged by injury too. Ground ball, McKinnon goes back on it, throws across the diamond, and a 1-2-3 excellent start for Noah Syndergaard. Great to see. Halo's coming up.
Good nights lead to great mornings. Get generic Viagra shipped discreetly to your door at RexMD.com. Your consultation is free. There's no copays, no doctor office visits, and your shipping is always free. Visit RexMD.com right now.
The search for high-quality meat ends here. With ButcherBox, you get 100% grass-fed beef, organic free-range chicken, humanely raised pork, wild-caught seafood, and so much more. Sourced from partners who believe in doing things the right way. Together, we can make a difference, one meal at a time. Join ButcherBox now and get free bacon for the life of your membership.
At Boll & Branch, we don't make bedding like everyone else. We make it better. We prioritize thread quality, not thread count. We source the finest 100% organic cotton to make the softest, most luxurious fabrics on earth. We're free from toxins, the way home should be. Boll & Branch is made different, so you can sleep better at night. Experience the difference at bollandbranch.com.
Leading off a game in Chicago against Lucas Giolito with a home run April 29th.
That was a cold day, so you have to square a baseball up really well to get it out that day. There's a curveball hanging over the middle of the plate for a guy that throws a lot of fastballs and changeups in Lucas Giolito.
Showing you tonight's batting lineup, brought to you by Simpson Chevy, Taylor Ward, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani 1 through 3. Cleaning up David McKinnon, then Jared Walsh, Luis Rengifo, Max Stassi, Brandon Marsh, and Andrew Velasquez. Hitting ninth, as we mentioned off the top, Phil Nevin suspended 10 games, so Ray Montgomery is the acting manager here tonight. What did you make of all the suspensions? We'll get to that. Here's Lucas Giolito. He's allowed 15 home runs this season.
Yeah, and he's really struggled. His last 3 starts 0-2 with an ERA over 11. But he has pitched well for the most part against the Angels in his career for the SoCal native.
Raised in Santa Monica, started Harvard Westlake, but his last 2 starts, 15 earned runs in 10 innings pitched. Taylor Ward takes a strike. 88 degrees. Scooby at first pitch, but that was an 8-pitch first for Noah Syndergaard.
Yeah, you like seeing that. 2 ground ball outs for Thor.
Ward's working with a 7-game hit streak.
So far, some pretty good takes against him. He's always been a guy, a high energy guy, shows emotion. Lucas Giolito missed a couple sliders so far.
Here's the 2-1. That's a ground ball right up the middle for a base hit for Taylor Ward. That's an 8-game hit streak.
My go-to is to have success against Lucas Giolito today. Right on cue, fastball success. Has crushed the fastball. Hitters hitting over 306, including a .509 slugging percentage versus fastball, and also some success versus secondary pitches. 10 home runs allowed on his slider curve and changeup this season.
So after the hit by Ward, brings up Mike Trout. Slugging at home this season, .797, highest in the American League. And highest by an Angel in the first 36 games ever.
Loves his changeup, but Trout loves hitting a changeup. Fastball velocity down a little bit this season, although fastball usage up about 4% from what he threw last season. Changeup percentage is down from what he threw last season. So more fastballs, a little bit less changeups from Giolito so far this season.
Here's the 1-1 from Giolito.
See that as far as a 4-seamer from last year to this year, 48% compared to 44%. His changeup 32% last season, 24% this season.
Hitters count here for Trout. Chase that one. Ward is going to take second base. Ball gets past Zavala with the velo down. Both pitchers here today. For Giolito in particular, how does that impact him? Because this is a guy that would hit triple digits.
Well, his delivery is different now. More of a short arm. He has better deception, even though he doesn't throw quite as hard. But it's the hitters. It's on you quicker because he hides the baseball. That short arm delivery he has.
Well, now runner in scoring position for Trout. The 2-2, looking for a little flare. Going back on it is Sosa. Over the shoulder catch. This is a team that has the worst fielding percentage in baseball, but that's a nice play. Got a lot of injuries. It's Pollock, Robert, and Sheets in the outfield. It's Harrison, Anderson, Sosa, and Abreu on the infield, and it's a Sebi Zavala doing the catching for Giolito.
And Anderson at shortstop, .949 fielding percentage this season. Oh, it's the lowest of his career. Generally a very good defender. Last year, .977. Very athletic, covers a lot of ground. Very good player at shortstop.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. One down, Taylor Ward. Second base, shift on. First pitch, swinging, fouls back. 0-1. Ohtani reached base at least twice in all 6 games so far on the homestand. 7 for 18. 3 homers, 10 RBI. 8 walks, just 4 strikeouts.
Well, he did a nice pitch, Giolito, in on Trout's hand. Trout was trying to get him over at the very least. He got that right on his hand and he popped him up. See if Shohei could pick him up. And this is an interesting matchup, although Shohei's had some success against Giolito. Shohei has struggled against changeups this season. 197 batting average. He's slugging 246 versus a changeup. Fastballs, though, he's covered. Just like everyone's been covering the fastball from Giolito this year.
Good count now for Shohei, 2-1.
Still not afraid to throw a changeup. So he's got to make sure this is in the zone for Shohei. And we're right back with another changeup. He was out in front.
He fouled it off his leg. Oh, I hit
that
ground
back
first.
knee.
Yeah. Could be sandbagging him here, though, a little bit, too. You
never know. Either a changeup or he's going to try to ride a high fastball, I would think.
Swing and a miss. Ohtani strikes out.
So he threw him 3 straight changeups, something he will throw a lot to left-handed batters. Left-handed batters 214 against Giolito, just 2 home runs. Right-handed batters 344 with 13 home runs. Part of that reason, if you taken away his best pitch, the changeup, he's not as comfortable throwing a changeup to right-handed batters as he is lefties.
Here's David McKinnon, who really came through last night. Yesterday, I should say, to help the Angels get a 1-run victory. That's the first time they've won a game by 1 run since May 8th.
By the way, I think that's the reason why you're seeing McKinnon hitting 4th as a right-handed batter instead of Walsh, who's hitting behind him here now in the 5th spot.
Looking for a flare, but Jose Abreu is under it, and he has it. So a leadoff single, stranded. Giolito gets out of it, no score.
Retired MLB pitcher CC Sabathia is old school. His son Karsten Sabathia is new school. Karsten uses Win Reality for his hitter training, a state-of-the-art tool that utilizes VR to improve timing, pitch recognition, and confidence. A new school approach to more hits. Hitters love it.
I love it.
Pitchers, however.
Man, I'm glad I'm retired.
Train new school. Hit old school. Be ready for real. Win Reality.
Hey guys, Gronk here to talk to you about your hair game. Hims has a full lineup of clinically proven hair loss treatments, all prescribed online by a licensed medical provider and shipped directly to your door, if appropriate. Order today and get a 90-day money-back guarantee at 4hims.com.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy. What? And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too!
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
second inning, along with the suspensions announced that were handed out about an hour ago. The Angels announcing earlier this afternoon that Matt Duffy has been placed on the 10-day injured list with low back spasms. Had a chance to catch up with Duffy earlier this afternoon. He told me his back started acting up on him while he was stretching down on the line prior to the game yesterday. I did ask him if he hurt his back during the fight. He said no. It was definitely before the game. He alerted the training staff that something was going on with his back. Trout's got a hold of that one. But he said, the fight certainly didn't help it. But he said he had a similar back issue last season, so there's already conversations about rehabbing it. He said it's hopeful that it's minimal time. In the meantime, guys, Matt Thaiss has been recalled, and he could see some time at third base along with Dave McKinnon.
Okay, Erica, yeah, Matt Thaiss. Erica, one thing that Phil Nevin told us before he's serving his suspension, that Thaiss has been hitting the ball really well at AAA.
Absolutely, and of course we know he has played the infield here prior, so he feels comfortable putting in that spot.
Okay, Erica, thank you very much. So one out here in the second inning.
By the way, right on cue, another quick swing for a White Sox batter. Jose Abreu hit that ball pretty well, but right down to center field, and Trout runs it down.
Well, for Syndergaard getting through that first inning where he had 12 earned runs with an ERA over 10, as we showed you. But after that first inning, it really settles down. It's a 2.06 ERA in 56 2/3 innings pitched. Swing and miss, strikeout. A.J. Pollock goes down, 2 away.
And this time he goes upstairs with a 4-seam fastball. So he's got a strikeout with a 2-seamer sinker, and now a 4-seam fastball upstairs. Elevates at 94. The pitch there by Syndergaard. Pollock with decent numbers, not a big sample size. It was 2 for 5 going into that swing, but got him with a fastball upstairs.
Gavin Sheets. Strike one. Popped him up. McKinnon has it. And a 1-2-3 second inning for Noah Syndergaard. No score. Bottom 2 coming up.
To the track, to the wall. He made the catch.
Catch your team.
Oh, what a play.
My team.
He leaps and makes the catch.
Every team.
As good as it gets.
Only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson punching home run into the left field stand. Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw. Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run. Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
for Hyundai, key for the game today, going to Nicki Minaj. We go up, go upstairs, look for fastballs upstairs and changeups upstairs against Lucas Giolito throughout this game. There are 6 guys in the lineup for the Halos tonight with home runs against Giolito in their career. So look upstairs and then drive the baseball. We go up, Patty.
Nicki Minaj making an appearance here.
Yes.
On the broadcast. Absolutely love it. Jared Walsh going to lead things off. He's got a home run against Giolito. Last time he faced Chicago here at the Big A, 2 for 4, 2 homers. One of them, walk-off. It's a great start for Noah Syndergaard. That's fantastic to see.
Efficient domination so far by Thor.
And he uses that, goes the opposite way. Another leadoff hit for the Angels. Jared Walsh gets the knock.
That was that pitch upstairs. Went the other way. Good swing. A lot of room on that side of the field. Go with the pitch.
Well, Luis Rengifo with that game-tying home run last night. I spoke to him briefly about it. He says right now his approach is just to continue to fight at the plate. Never give in.
Yeah, he's been having some longer at-bats, especially from the right side. See if that carries over to the left side of the batter's box here now for Rengifo.
Raising that batting average prior to the home run game. 3 straight multi-hit games. 1-0 count. 2-0. When you look at Lucas Giolito, what have you noticed from this year to the previous 3 where he has been a tremendous workhorse?
Well, his changeup hasn't been as effective. You could look back at his last 3 season ERA, 3.5, opponent's batting average, and his whip was very good. He wasn't walking batters, not a lot of hits allowed, but this season alone, talk about it, a half a base runner more on base each inning for him.
Changeup is extremely effective so far, but it's not just the one pitch where Giolito has struggled, it's all of them.
I mean, you look at what he has had and accomplished over his last 3 years with both his slider and his changeup, yet both of them at 282 and 283 this season. Much different. Even his fastball almost 100 points higher. Fastball velocity down. And he's missing his spots. He's not getting as many hitters to chase above the strike zone or upper part of the strike zone.
Lifted towards center field. Luis Robert is there. And one away here in the second. Angels will not have to see Dylan Cease, who pitched yesterday. 13 strikeouts. He was dominant. We'll see Cueto and Kopech, though, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Cueto's been really tough throughout his career against the Angels. There's so many different arm angles, changes speeds on his delivery to the plate. But it's all just, bottom line is you got to get that momentum and keep that momentum going from a tough 2-1 win yesterday. Got to get Max Stassi back to being aggressive on the first pitch. That's where he does a lot of his damage.
Scott Berry calling balls and strikes, calls that one a strike on the lower part of the zone. 0-1. Angels have dropped 5 straight home series. Defense has been an issue for the White Sox and Tony La Russa's squad. 77-year-old manager, oldest in the bigs. He was the youngest when he first took over way back in the day.
It's already in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that was 1979 when he was 34 years old. Look at that. Second all-time to Connie Mack. Most wins by managers. Incredible. Spent some time with the Angels.
Yes. Was also the manager of the team in the All-Star game here in '89 in Anaheim at the Big A.
Did you try to convince him to let you go like 2 or 3 innings?
No, but I'll tell you what, his speech before that game was pretty good. Yes. You were ready to play. Trust me.
Kurt Russell would have been proud.
Well, that's a different beast there. That was the best.
2-2. Just off the plate, full count. Tried to paint the fastball.
Yeah, that's a pretty close pitch. You know what? If I'm Ray Montgomery right now, as that pitch could have easily been called a strike, I'm sending Walsh, because Statsi's hit quite a few ground balls left side of the infield. Just send him on the move here.
3-2. Driven towards right field, going back on it is Sheets. He has room. And we have 2 away here in the second. It's going to bring up Brandon Marsh.
What, that baseball wasn't exactly squared up all that well, but that ball carried. We saw it in batting practice. Baseballs were flying out of here today. So if you get some lift, there's a chance it could be a souvenir. Somebody would love to have that swing right now to hit that ball like that would be Brandon Marsh. It's been a tough stretch for him. He's been outstanding in the outfield.
Yeah, it's been a really hard June at the plate. Currently 0 for 16. How about the power comparison? Angels, White Sox. Home runs, 92 for the Halos and only 59, which is surprising for Chicago. Look at the percentage of hits that are homers.
Yeah, Jimenez Grandal out. That's a big part of the reason the numbers down, but that's a big part of the Angels' success is the home run ball. So this is one of those matchups for Brandon Marsh. You have a pitcher that throws high fastballs and changeups. So it's a tough one for him. That's why that early success in an at-bat is important for Marsh against Giolito.
0 for 5 versus Giolito with 4 Ks. Is Brandon. It's a piece of that. The 0-2. Towards right field, hit well. Sheets on his horse, going back for it, and he leaps up, unable to make the catch. Off his glove. Walsh is going to score. Marsh is digging for third. He's going to hold up right there. And they're calling that a home run. Off his glove and
I think
into
it went
the
in the stands. I think it went off a fan's hand, off his glove, off a fan's hand, and into the seats.
Incredible 2-run home run for Brandon Marsh. Of course, they're going to have to look at it, but as it stands, Sheets, glove, wall.
And off the arm of a White Sox fan? Or did that stay in? They're going to look at that.
Yeah.
Let's see, this might be a better angle.
Oh, nope, stays in, I think. Gooby?
I think that does stay in.
Yeah, I think it stays in.
The call on the field is home run. This is a crew chief review.
I think that's going to be a triple.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, triple.
Yeah, Nissan umpire reviewed triple. And, oh, he might want to kill that mic. It'd be fun to listen, though, but.
But although any way you look at it, that was a good swing for Marsh.
Yes.
And Gavin Sheets, a first baseman playing out there in the outfield. Went a long way. They see that carry the baseball. That fooled everybody. Well, one thing's for sure. That run's going to score because it didn't touch the fan. Whether they ruled it a home run or not, which I don't think they will. It's a triple, though.
Triple RBI, 1-0 Angels.
Now, if he touches that after it hits the wall, then it would be a double. But he did not touch it. This should be fairly quick. And he's picking up Mike Gallego, thinking, oh, I better turn on the afterburners. Maybe I get it inside the Parker.
Either way, that just has to feel like a big.
We should ask him. If Scott Spezio was here the other night, we could ask him about that little corner down there in right field.
Yeah, Sanders just ran into the wall.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to snap it 0 for 16 for Marsh.
Tell you what, there's no give. We were talking about that earlier today. There's no give. I was talking with Taylor Ward about that. There's no give in that little wall out there. There's padding there, but that's cement. Not easy to run into that. So left-handed batters in this inning. Single for Walsh and a triple for Marsh.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The ball stayed in the ballpark. 1 run will score. The batter is placed at third base.
I think that's the right call.
Absolutely.
They got it right.
Yep.
First triple of the season for Brandon Marsh. I mean, just from our angle, it looked like it did go off the glove and hit the fan there, but you could see it hit the padding in the cement and then came back into play. Fortunate enough for Marsh and the Angels, nobody touched it at that point. Otherwise, it's second and third.
Chance for Andrew Velasquez, though, 2 out, knock, and get that second run in. Look out towards the White Sox dugout. 0-1. Right up the middle, goes off. Giolito, and that's going to score a run. RBI single. Giolito tried for the kick save. 2-0 Angels.
That's a good swing. We're going to make sure he's okay. That ball hit the dirt before it hit his foot. If it's in the air off his foot, you can catch that in the air and it's an out. You don't even have to make a throw.
I'm going to check on Giolito, but he looks to be okay.
It's a big run to get across right away. Good swing. 2 good swings. Pull 1 foul, and then that line drive right back up the middle for Andrew Velasquez.
Did you ever have a play where it went off of your foot and went up in the air and somebody caught it for an out?
No, but I had one go off my shin and go to first base for an out and then knock me out for 12 weeks.
Don't want to talk about that
one. Like, thanks for reminding me of that one. That was good. Good feeling. Good times. But you know what? My fielding percentage was good.
Well, we have a second and a 2-0 Angels lead. We'll give you a quick word from Hyundai.
It's your journey. Own it in the Hyundai Santa Fe.
Taylor Ward led off this game with a single. Interesting inning for sure. Single by Walsh. And then Brandon Marsh, the triple off the glove of Sheets. Overturned. And still got the run in. And then Velasquez single off the foot of Giolito.
Velasquez with 10 stolen bases in 10 attempts. Giolito's allowed 3 stolen bases, 4 attempts, 1 pickoff. But over the last 2 seasons, 18 stolen bases and only 2 caught.
In there, 1-1.
That success against his secondary pitches mentioned those numbers. 284, changeup, slider, both hits this inning. Last two.
Taylor Ward drives that left field. Might have got under it just a little too much as Pollock has room and makes the catch. That retires the Angels, but not before they score a pair. A triple RBI for Marsh and then another RBI for Velasquez. We head to the third, 2-0 Halos.
Using the old baseball stats only gives you part of the puzzle. But when we challenge ourselves using advanced tools and modern thinking, you'll see the bigger picture.
Challenge all things baseball with MLB Now, only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stands.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw. Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
this crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run. Mike Piazza. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Now, that was a great feeling, I'm sure, for Brandon Marsh to drive in a run and also run the bases. And then he also scored a run, 2-0 Angels here. And now we get to see Noah Syndergaard back to work here in the top of the third. He's been excellent. 6 up, 6 down in the first 2 innings. Starts off Sebi Zavala. Curveball for a strike.
He's thrown that a number of times already, either as curveball or slider first pitch.
And the key has been to get ahead. 6 of 7 batters, first pitch strikes.
So important to get ahead, Patrick. It gives you options as a pitcher. You can go with different pitches. A lot of times 1-0, you're thinking, okay, I got to get even in the count. I'm more likely to throw a fastball, or if I'm throwing a secondary pitch, it's not my best one. I have to make sure it's a strike.
Huge for the Angels to start to get some length out of their starting pitchers, because June has been miserable for starters. 28th in baseball, under 5 innings pitched. But when their starters go 5+, the team is 25-17. When they go 5+ and allow 3 runs or fewer, 25-11. Just shows you how key it is.
Yeah,
huge. Big pitch coming to Zavala, 3-1.
Right after, that's that movement he has on his sinker now. So often he heard, before that Tommy John surgery with the Mets, and I saw him pitch in some games where he's throwing upper 90s, touching 100. But this movement he has at 94 to 96, 97 range is just as effective.
The 3-2 swing and a miss. He got him.
Take a look at his 2 different fastballs here tonight. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud, and the strikeouts here tonight. That last one was a changeup. First one was a sinker at 95. That downward action, lower part of the strike zone, gets a very good fastball hitter. And Tim Anderson out. A.J. Pollock misses a 4-seam fastball, different spin to it upstairs at 94. So different looks between his 2 fastballs, but very effective so far.
One out here, Josh Harrison. Check down to first base. No need, 0-1. 0-2. Three strikeouts in the game already for Syndergaard.
That's a good miss. It's off the plate. It's still close enough that makes the hitter think he's got to protect now. More apt to go after a pitch out of the zone.
Harrison working with a 4-game hitting streak. Here's the 1-2 from Noah. Lifted towards the right side. Walsh gives chase into the seats.
Late on a 4-seam fastball. Well, you go back to even that changeup he threw. He's got pretty good spin rate on his pitches, which is a good sign for Syndergaard. His changeup was excellent. It wasn't a lot of spin on that swing and miss. Zavala. There it is.
Swing and a miss. He got him back-to-back Ks. That's 4.
Another really good changeup. So 2 strikeouts on fastballs, 2 strikeouts on changeups. And you can see very little spin on his changeup. Different than the spin on the changeup we saw yesterday from Marco Gonzalez. Very similar as far as not a lot of spin on the changeup for Jose Suarez, who was excellent. The big reason why the Angels won that game yesterday. He was excellent in 6 innings.
Lenyn Sosa, number 9 hitter. Syndergaard looking to go first time through in order. And Syndergaard was at the Thor Love and Thunder premiere, Gooby, hanging out.
I was waiting by my phone just in case.
Yeah, no, yeah, me too. But maybe he picked up on some of that that energy. First start since he was on the red carpet. Little ground ball. Velasquez comes in, plays it perfectly, throws across, and a 1-2-3 third for Syndergaard.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network. Join Kevin Millar.
I'm just a dude that loves baseball.
And Steven Nelson.
I'm nervous as hell, man.
On a quest for legends worthy of the sacred prize.
I thought I lost my mind, but
it's unpredictable baseball coverage that will have you on the edge of your seat all season long.
So keep it locked here on MLB Network all day.
Swing into action and join the adventure on Intentional Talk, only on MLB Network.
Let's watch some baseball.
Those two, Sox nothing. How about the highest OPS on base plus slugging versus the Chicago White Sox Angels history? Mike Trout atop the list ahead of the great Don Baylor, Chili Davis, Bobby Grich, and King Fish, Tim Salmon.
Yeah, that's some incredible names. And Trout is at the top of that list against the White Sox, highest OPS. So Giolito got him out with a fastball in last at bat. Starts him off with a slider. he comes inside and he misses in against Trout, that OPS may go up higher.
Down the third baseline foul. By the way, of the other 14 American League teams, Trout has an OPS of over 1,000.
Did we just get done talking about that against Seattle? Then we talked about that in Kansas City against Texas. Yeah.
Well, that little slump he was in, think of the past. Slider misses 1 and 2.
Yeah, Trout, you mentioned that since being 0 for 26, 19 for 55 with 9 home runs and OPS in 16 games of 1382. That's punishing the baseball a little bit.
Giolito's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Trout goes down swinging. 1 away.
Got him to go after a changeup, a pitch that Trout hits exceptionally well. Put it in a perfect spot. Then another really, really good pitch with the White Sox. Threw a changeup to him with the bases loaded one time. That was Chris Sale when he was with the White Sox, and Trout grand slam on a changeup not that far away from that spot.
That home run that Ohtani hit off of Logan Gilbert. The question is it the perfect home run? 118 miles per hour off the bat. 96 mile per hour was the pitch. 450 plus the distance. It was insane.
Put it in perspective, he had an incredible week swinging the bat, pitching the baseball.
The 1-1 driven, and that's going to go into right field for a hit for Shohei. Had to shift on, but gets it past Sosa.
Slider, another hit on a secondary pitch. Stayed on that one very well. Good weight shift too for Shohei. That foot is down, just turns that front foot, and then keeps it right down the heel and drives that.
Couple of MVPs greeting each other at first base. Abreu and Ohtani. Brings up David McKinnon. It's 2-0 Angels. Bottom of the third. Yesterday's afternoon, that brawl certainly got a lot of attention and a lot of suspensions. But I guess the question is, certainly hearing from a lot of the Angels players afterwards, is they're very clear that, hey, we are a family.
Yep.
Ray Montgomery is going to be the acting manager here tonight as Phil Nevin serves a 10-game suspension.
Curious to see if Ray Montgomery gives the youngster the green light. I say he takes the pitch here. More likely he's going to get the same exact pitch, 3-1, if it's in the strike zone.
He wouldn't mind seeing that pitch again, I'm sure.
Take a shot at it. About 51% of the time I'll come right back with a fastball here. This offseason, into the season, Giolito put on about 20, 25 pounds, be stronger for the season. He's a lot stronger.
Ohtani with 7 stolen bases. Been caught 5 times.
He hasn't been running as much as he did last year when he had 26 stolen bases.
McKinnon's been 3 for 9 on the homestand, 4 RBI, and he's been taking good at bats. So for a little bit more on how this perhaps brought the team together, the brawl from yesterday, Erica, what do you have?
Yeah, guys, you know Michael Lorenzen is always good for some perspective. I talked to him before the game today, and he told me when you go through stuff like that, it brings you closer. You go through certain confrontations, and you see that your guys have your back. He said it brings you closer together, and there's no more question as to whether or not we have each other's back. We demonstrated that, so that's definitely how this can lead to some momentum moving forward.
And when you were in the locker room looking to get some interviews for a post-game show last night, Erica, what did the energy feel like in that room?
I've told this to Gooby and a couple of people this afternoon. While they were excited that they got the win, there was still a lot of intensity because of all the emotion that had unfolded. You could definitely feel that in the clubhouse.
Erica Weston, thanks so much. On the Mariners side, Jesse Winker picked up a 7-game suspension. J.P. Crawford, 5-game suspension.
Julio Rodriguez got 2. It's the young superstar for Mariners. Ethan Katz, the pitching coach, quick conversation with Luca Giolito. They've known each other for a long, long time, back to the high school days at Harvard Westlake. Remember, he went high fastball against Walsh, and he hit a base hit the left field.
And first and second here, 2-0 Halos. Only 1 out and a 1-0 count to Jared Walsh.
All of a sudden, he doesn't have quite the feel. He's a high energy guy, like I said before. Sometimes he'll overthrow, and it's that time you look right now in the zone for Walsh. Don't help him out. A lot of times he'll throw a changeup, though. Does he feel comfortable enough to throw a changeup 2-0 with already 2 runners on base?
Three 3-0 just off the plate.
Green light for Walsh now, though. Well, you definitely don't want to swing at that anyhow, even though it wasn't really necessarily in the strike zone. That's a pitcher's pitch. If you get the green light 3-0 as a hitter, you want something. You look at it one spot, and that's where you're going to attack it at.
Here's the 3-1. Chopper over to second, back to first, in time, double play. Now, so Giolito, that's exactly what he was looking for. 4-6-3 double play, and he gets out of trouble, but the Angels have a 2-0 lead as we head to the 4th.
The game is changing, and so are the shows that talk about it. MLB Network's Off Base.
What's going on, everyone?
A modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It doesn't get much better than sitting around and talking baseball.
Only on MLB Network.
as we talk a lot about that sinker from Noah Syndergaard and that movement he gets, and how much of those ground ball soft contact he'll get throughout the course of a game with the movement inside on the handle of the right-handed batter towards the end of the bat against left-handed batters. 42 outs on his sinker this season. He'll even get a lot of those outs on the plate because that late movement off the end of the bat, lefties, on the handle of the bat of right-handed batters has been so good. Getting that sinker and ground ball and fly ball outs. A lot of soft contact with those pitches.
First pitch swinging was Tim Anderson. Drives it foul, 0-1. It's the best we've seen Syndergaard look quite some time. He is on his game. Staked to a little 2-0 lead.
I like his feel for his slider. His changeup's been good. Fastball, we mentioned, his sinker and four-seamer, solid. But his slider's been good.
The 1-1. Just upstairs. Time for our Kia player profile on exactly how good the sinker has been for Syndergaard and where it ranks among pitchers with 200 thrown.
I mean, 155 opponent batting average first, slugging percent is first. Hope you're seeing some great things with that.
There's the first hit of the game right up the middle. Tim Anderson coming in hitting .339 and didn't miss that.
That was a changeup. He went right back up the middle, didn't try to pull it. And now you're dealing with a guy with speed at first. Change up just a little bit more of the play. He's been working that change up very effectively down.
Well, so this is going to be the interesting part with, luckily that got past Syndergaard. But, you know, runners taking advantage. Most stolen bases against, and Anderson has 8, has not been caught.
Doesn't take a whole lot of first pitches. Now you have an option if you want to, if you're Ray Montgomery. Has that one base stealer to thrown out, and that was on a pitch out. The key for his move for Syndergaard is the footwork, solid there, and shortening up that throw to first. 94.3% stolen base success this year. That's the best in baseball.
33 of 35. Anderson with a big jump, and he's in there. Make that 34 of 36. That percentage just went up.
See, the key is you saw his footwork. He was moving. If you can make him stop, he won't go. That's the key going forward for Noah. He's working on some stuff even earlier today as far as that hip turn to be quicker to the plate and give Stassi a chance to throw some base stealers out.
0-2 to Vaughn. Grounded out his first time up, and a swing and a miss, and he got him. That's number 5 for Syndergaard. And Gooby, here's a perfect example of what Syndergaard's trying to do to get better at holding runners.
And here he is earlier today. And the reason why you have the L screen there is to keep that, when you bring the leg up, you can turn your hip and be quicker to the plate. It's not necessarily a slide step, but it keeps you that visual in front where you're turning your hip and it'd be quicker to the plate as far as times going home for Noah Syndergaard. That's a good little thing working on earlier today.
Here's Luis Robert.
By the way, a lot of that movement, I mean, that was a hanging slider he threw to Vaughn. And if you're out there at second base, you're moving a lot. Every once in a while, you're distracted. As a hitter at the plate, maybe that helped out Syndergaard. You want that base runner to establish his lead and go if he's going to go.
That's a big number for Anderson, by the way, his 100th career stolen base.
Still think if you're going to put a pickoff on, have that daylight play if you're Rengifo. It's tough to get him if you're going to stand by the bag.
1-1. Anderson goes, swing and a miss. And Stassi unable to corral the baseball. And that's 2 stolen bases, 101 now in Anderson's career.
You see that times in play. He's going to be about a 1.7, 1.75 range. Giving him now 10 on the season. He's not been caught yet. Now you're looking for the punch out. Already 5 in the game for Syndergaard.
One out, 1-2 count. Season high in Ks of 7 for Syndergaard. May 9th against Tampa.
And it feels like both the third base umpire and home plate umpire are making sure that Syndergaard basically right now it is almost as if he's in a full windup, because you have that step. You can't normally do that if you're in a stretch position. See how he steps to that side? He's basically saying he's in a full windup.
That's popped up. Trout coming in, Renifa going back. Trout has it. Anderson not going. 2 down.
And with Trout going in with some momentum going forward, there's no chance, especially when you have an RBI machine coming up. Even with 2 outs, you're not going to take that shot. Jose Abreu coming up. And Trout's arm has been a lot better and stronger this season. Even though that throw looks like it's away, if there's a play at the plate, that's right on that line where the runner's coming down on the third base side of the home plate area.
Abreu already in his 9th season with the Chicago White Sox.
And Anderson going down the line because Syndergaard's going from the full windup. Then you can't just step off there at that point. The only thing you can do as a pitcher, you have to hit the batter. And it's a dead ball. And he's back to third.
Out towards right field, Taylor Ward is there. Syndergaard gets through the inning. No damage. 2-0 Angels.
Hey, it's me, the summer breeze. I just flew back into town. Let's get outside. Much better.
So a few months ago, I realized I was losing my hair, and then I found Hims.
And a licensed healthcare provider prescribed me this new spray. The results have been amazing. I only wish I'd started sooner.
Like if you could start yesterday, do that. Regrow your hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. Visit 4hims.com.
Yeah! Nice. What? With the Game Time app, I'd pay 60% less than this guy. 60%? Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price. Download Game Time now. Nice shirt.
Coca-Cola Angels Family Fun Pack for only $44. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks. For more info regarding the Coca-Cola Angels Family Fun Pack, visit angels.com/funpack. That young man, he's just too tall. He's got to have the legs. He's draping over the seat in front of him. So my man Gooby, 6'5", can relate. Luis Rengifo now the batter. Lucas Giolito back out there. Bottom four, 2-0 Halos. Driven into right field for a knock for Rengifo. So 3 of the 4 innings, leadoff singles.
Another baseball hit hard off of Giolito. Got a double play ball last inning, survived, no runs allowed. See if the Angels are willing to have some type of action to be able to get themselves in position to score a run or two this inning.
Let me guess, Stassi's going to be ready to attack first pitch?
He has to be. He threw him a break ball first pitch. He knows the numbers. His numbers overall first pitch have been outstanding. And he gave another all-speed first pitch.
I mentioned Lucas Giolito from Santa Monica. His mom, actress Lindsay Frost. Dad, producer, also an actor, Rick Giolito. But to me, it's the grandfather, Warren Frost. I know, Gooby, you'll love this connection. He was also an actor. He was in Twin Peaks, and because Lucas's Uncle Mark created that show, but Warren Frost played Mr. Ross, the father of George's fiancee Susan on Seinfeld.
Perfect. So we can get some Seinfeld references in at some point then, somehow, some way.
I think we just did.
All right, now you got that count. An action count, 2-1. Sheets playing extremely deep and right. Chance to punch the ball that way. Giolito, when the White Sox sensing something off, although Rengifo didn't have a real big lead there. Although you don't need a big lead if it's a hit and run, because you're making sure the pitch is delivered and you're going, trying to track the ball on the ground to be able to go first or third.
2-1. And now 2-2 as that's grounded foul. You see that the White Sox are using that pitch calm. And catcher Zavala, he keeps trying to push that. I call it an IFB, right, Gooby? Because nothing, very uncomfortable, and that pops out of your ear when you're on live television. That's never happened to you, right?
Oh, it's quite a few times. What? Did you say something?
He knows the feeling then. Let's see, that's a grounder to second base. Anderson, I don't think in time, not in time. Rengifo beats it out. Now to go fielder's choice. Hit too softly, but good effort by Anderson, right idea.
But he followed through on the throw, though. Good hustle there. See that foot's in there before Anderson's able to get to the bag. It's a good call there at second base. Really good call. It's a break there.
Yeah, Charlie Ramos, second base umpire on it. Brandon Marsh, second at bat, tripled RBI. Back in the second. And he has a chance to add to it. The runner in scoring position.
Frustrated on that delivery for Giolito. Doesn't mean Brandon Marsh is going to get a fastball here. There's an open base. Still might go with his changeup.
Upstairs. Low 90s. And the velo on that fastball, 3-0.
Green light. You got to build confidence. Good swing first at bat. Ooh, 3-0 changeup. And it was a strike. Look at his numbers. 17% of the time he does so with 3-0 changeup to lefties, which is surprising. He's usually 100% fastball.
I love the call on the green light. And 3-1 popped up. Yeah, Robert is there, 2 outs. Syndergaard right now, this guy never stops, and it's similar to Lorenzen. And we saw it, we showed it what he was doing at 228. It's like a mental and a visualization that he's doing. What's he working on?
You can see right there, you get me at a great view what he's doing with his hip. Just turning his hip. You can be quick enough to the plate and still get the baseball out of the glove and be able to deliver the baseball effectively to home. It's about that hip turn. Because if you try that slide step, if you're not used to that, a lot of times you'll get forward and your elbow will drag. But if you turn your hip just enough, it'll be successful as far as getting your arm in the right slot and quicker to the plate.
Here's Velasquez, takes a strike. Andrew with a single and an RBI, making his 100th career start tonight at short. He's been a wizard defensively. It's nice to see him get that hit earlier in the game. Strike 2.
So 2 fastballs, lower third, something Giolito doesn't do a ton of. I imagine now he goes that change up there. Or he could try to elevate above the strike zone with a fastball. That's a chance for Velasquez just to make contact if it's a fastball up.
Towards left field, hit well. That is going to go foul. Off the bat, thought that had a chance.
Good swing, though. But when you see a swing like that, now it's time to put that changeup in play. Just hooked foul.
And heads up. Renifo at second, 2 outs, the 0-2. Got him. So back to work goes Noah Syndergaard, leading 2-0.
Prescription eyewear can be really expensive, but here's a secret. Glasses don't actually cost that much to make. Surprise! Especially when you design your own eyewear and then sell it directly to your customers. Like we do. Oh, hi, we're Warby Parker. Our glasses start at $95, including prescription lenses. And the best part? You can try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy. What? And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts.
Seriously?
Performances, too!
Oh, come on!
Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price.
Am I underdressed?
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Welcome to the Aura Sleep Lab. Carby cravings can be hard to curb. Try to say that 10 times fast. With your Aura Ring, you can learn how to sleep better and balance your hunger and fullness hormones. So if it gets hard to curb your cravings, sleep them away. With the Aura Ring, you can learn how to sleep better and keep those appetite hormones balanced. It's like having a sleep lab on your finger.
And the Angels up 2-0 at the top of the 5th. And going back to what we were talking about with Noah Syndergaard, with the man on first, what he does if in a stretched position, that front leg just brings it up and goes towards home.
And then delivers the pitch, ended up being a strike there on the slider. Now with a man on third, he's going for the full windup. You could make that step to that side and then bring your leg up. If he doesn't notify the home plate umpire and the umpires in the infield that he's doing that, because that's what he does from the normal full windup form, that would be called a balk. See, that's his full windup, right? Even though it's not bringing the hands over the top, where you see a lot of pitchers full windup. His full windup, he's able to step the front leg towards first base side and then get into that throwing position. In the stretch, you cannot do that because it's deceiving the base runner. See that step and then gets himself in position.
A.J. Pollock pops it up. McKinnon is there. And we have one out. Let's give you a quick word from Jack in the Box.
My $5.99 double bacon cheesy Jack combo with double the bacon and double the cheese. Order on the Jack app today.
So with the runner on third, Gooby, he's going from the windup. Is he going from the stretch with the runner on first? Or?
First and second, you have to do that.
Right.
You have the option of going for the full windup or the stretch position. Certain pitchers are more comfortable doing that.
One out.
I personally went from the stretch every time with man on third. Now, I talked to Mark Langston. He would go for the full windup because he felt he had better deception. He was going to have a better chance of maybe running a fastball, but use his big curveball, which he had. I always went for the stretch because I wanted to keep an eye on the guy at third base.
Lefty, righty.
Didn't matter, yeah.
That doesn't matter. You think maybe Langer went full windup?
Langer was going full windup on that. And for Noah especially, he has to notify the umpires that that's what he's doing because they would see that right away and they would call a balk. And you can't argue a balk called.
That's hit well towards the gap. Sheets drills that one. He's going to cruise into second. That's a one-out double. And for Sheets, that's his 7th double on the season.
Like his dad, who was a very good major league hitter with a lot of power. That ball was hit 107 miles per hour exit velocity for Gavin Sheets. Larry Sheets had some major power. And as I recall, he liked pitches that lower third.
Do we have numbers on Larry versus Gooby?
Well, I don't know, but he's always friendly to me, so he probably had good numbers, I would assume.
Now, what a year for Larry. In 1987 with the Orioles. That one's going to go foul into the seats. Larry Sheets only hit 200 off you, buddy. 8 for 40.
But he got me, though. That's all that matters.
That's
all that matters. Believe me, I don't forget those things.
Speaking of the Orioles, by the way, they are winning in Seattle 4-0 right now in the bottom of the third inning.
Well, they have been playing great. Their pitching staff has continued to pitch a lot better than a lot of people expected coming into the season.
Here's the 0-1 pitch coming to Sebi Savala.
That's
in on the
great hit on his hands.
Yep. Right in his kitchen. 4-3. Retired. 2 down. Sheets goes to third.
That was exactly what we're saying. And on the hands, the right-handers, and off the end of the barrel to lefties.
Very effective pitching so far tonight for Syndergaard. Here's Josh Harrison with 2 outs. And 2-0 Angels.
Film a first pitch break ball last at bat. Threw him another slide. This time it was upstairs.
Only 2 hits and 4 2/3 for Syndergaard. Harrison, one of the 5 strikeout victims.
Boy, that's a good pitch. Maybe just a little bit below the strike zone, but still, that's good movement at 95.
Top of the order due up for the Halos in the bottom of the 5th. Just foul.
He did a nice job of bringing his hands in to be able to get a good part of the bat on that one. Pulled it foul, though. Talk about most at bats versus Syndergaard for anybody on the White Sox. It would be Harrison. He's got 13 at bats, 3 hits.
That close.
Try that nasty slider. Shook off to a changeup, it looks like.
Swing and a miss on the changeup. You see it before the rest of us, partner. The 2-2, swing and a miss, another one for Syndergaard.
Runs that express upstairs, 4-seam fastball for the punch out.
Hey kids, join MLB Network and your favorite players for a show made just for you, Play Ball. It's all the big moments, bat flips, and amazing plays from an exciting week of baseball and tips to up your game. Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
Get closer to the action.
You gotta be kidding me.
Closer to the big blast.
Way, way, way out of here.
Closer to the great grabs.
Took a home run away.
Closer to the jaw-dropping plays.
Unbelievable.
With more highlights.
He struck him out.
More analysis.
You're going to see athleticism like you've never seen before.
And more live look-ins.
Wow.
Nobody gets you closer to the game.
Every night.
Only on MLB Network.
Angels taking on the White Sox at 6:30. First 25,000 fans will receive a player cup set, courtesy of Toyota. For more info, visit angels.com/promotions. With Mark Gubiza, Patrick O'Neill, Erica Weston. Just an absolutely perfect night for baseball here at the Big A. Top of the order here. Taylor Ward against Lucas Giolito. And this season, OPS, the Angels 1-2-3 trio, Ward, Trout, Ohtani. OPS 941, 4 through 9, 618. Hopefully that will even out a little bit. Not necessarily, doesn't have to even out with the 3 going down. I'd like to see 4 through 9 go up.
Starting to see some balance, especially with Rengifo doing a nice job swinging the bat of late. Velasquez with a hit. Marsh with a hit today. That's going to be a tough play.
Sure is. Anderson, though, and he makes it look easy, does he not? Wow.
He's got a great arm. He can throw from different arm angles. He has coverage at shortstop. Yeah, we showed earlier that fielding percentage by Tim Anderson, but he gets the baseballs a lot of other shortstops aren't getting to him. That's where you see those extra errors on occasion.
With Josh Harrison, all kinds of distractions. Throws across to Abreu, gets him. Here's Trout.
So far, Giolito's pitched Trout very effectively. Threw a fastball in on his hand, popped him up, got him a swing at a changeup in the dirt. Trout is 2 for 10 against him. One of those hits a home run. See that reaction by Trout. He's like, that was my pitch. Giolito wanted to try to throw that upstairs. It got the heart of the plate.
Change up, and Giolito ahead of Trout 1-2.
You don't see that often for Trout versus the changeup. That's 2 swings against the changeup. That's how good a changeup when it's on Giolito has.
1-2, struck him out again. 2 down. Oh, Shohei Ohtani coming up. He's had success in the past against Lucas Giolito. July 23rd, 2018, gone.
That's what you have to do against him. Oh, wow, that's way up in the batter's eye, by the way. And he did it again. You have to think middle of the field. That's earlier this season against Giolito, especially with a changeup and a fastball up.
And that was in Chicago, April 29th. White Sox, that rare team with a losing record at home and a winning record on the road. 18-16, they've won 4 of 5. Away from Chicago. In there, 0-2. Ohtani 1 for 2, strikeout and a single last time up. And he struck out. Giolito looked pretty good that inning. He headed the 6th.
And here are the first images.
Hello, everyone. You don't have to leave the solar system to watch MLB Network. Just sign in with your TV provider info at MLBnetwork.com or through the MLB app. MLB Network, just about anywhere in the known universe.
Best seat in the house. Sign up for a chance to win at Jerome's.com. Gooby, since I have a second, just want to ask you, Yankees won tonight 9-5. They beat Oakland. They're 54-20. Do they beat Seattle's all-time record of 116 wins this season?
No.
Does Judge hit more than 61 home runs more than Maris?
There's a good chance of that.
Quick out. Lenny Sosa.
Does Noah Syndergaard get a 1-pitch out? Yes.
That was my question. He took it from me.
And even though that's a quick 1-pitch out, that does not keep Tim Anderson away from being aggressive on the first pitch.
And Tim Anderson up. He's got one of the 2 hits. Slider. Swing and a miss. I don't want to put any kind of kibosh on it, but does David McKinnon look comfortable at third base here?
Yeah, I mean, all the hard work. He was out there earlier today. You just get a lot of reps, as much reps as you can. Then it becomes muscle memory.
I mean, he wants to make the plays for, you know, his big brother, right? His Thor partner in crime.
Thrown a couple pretty good sliders in this sequence so far. One in the zone, or got a swing on, and that one just a little bit off the plate. He knows how good and has been throughout his career on fastballs. Tim Anderson has hit fastballs hard from the first day in the major leagues.
Now that Tim Anderson has reached 100 stolen bases for his career, he needs 4 home runs to be the 4th player in White Sox history with 100 homers and 100 stolen bases. Ray Durham, Alexi Ramirez, and Minnie Minoso. That's a 1-out walk to Tim Anderson.
It's the first walk of the game for Syndergaard, but the strikeout has been big so far for Syndergaard as he's used all his pitches to get it. There's a sinker. There's a 4-seam fastball. There's a changeup. He's also throwing a changeup, and then he throws a slider to get his punch out. And then that one, 4-seam action. So 2 on a changeup, 2 4-seamer, 1 sinker, 1 slider, 6 strikeouts in zone. Not even getting chases.
Andrew Vaughn drives that down the left field line. That gets past McKinnon. Tim Anderson with tremendous speed. He is going to be sent. And that's going to be a double RBI. And it's 2-1 Angels. White Sox on the board.
And Vaughn aggressive on first pitch. The changeup, this turns on it, gets it down the line. Easily scoring Tim Anderson. And the Angels had some opportunities to add on there to haven't been able to do it. Lucas Giolito's made some pitches. Now you're going through that order. Third time through, I should say now, to see what adjustments Noah can make. Although his batting average third time through is best at just 200. Goes from 267 to 241 to 200 third time through for Noah Syndergaard.
Very talented center fielder Luis Robert. With 1 out and a runner at second base. After Andrew Vaughn drives in Anderson. We got ourselves a ball game.
He's up there swinging, so you got to try to get him a chase. 4-seamer. He's got 2 strikeouts on his 4-seam fastballs. You wonder if he'll try to go a little bit higher out of the zone with his 4-seamer.
Here's the 0-2. That's driven towards the gap. Brandon Marsh on his horse. Oh, that was just tremendous defense. Fantastic catch. Saves the run. We have 2 outs here in the 6th.
I thought he had no chance to get there. That ball was hit on an 0-2 pitch, a lot of the strike zone, and a sliding catch. It gets up quickly. Got too much of the play for Noah on that pitch, 0-2. But Brandon Marsh saves him.
You know how they talk about defensive runs saved and outs above average? I mean, that's it. That's the example, right? That's all you need to know.
Well, he's got 7 outs above average so far, coming in at third best. That's exactly right, Patrick. That's a perfect example of that.
Jose Abreu now. That was ticketed for a double and a tie game. He's put up some numbers, to say the least.
And you got to keep in mind, even though he's pitched him pretty well so far in this game, there is an open base. So you make him hit a non-strike, and this is the way I feel right now, especially with him. And even though A.J. Pollock has faced him, has had some numbers, this is an RBI machine at the plate. Make him chase.
1-1, you have to be careful, but Brandon Marsh, can he do it again? He's unable to get to that one. Over his head, pitch to Abreu, RBI double, and we're all square, 2 apiece.
Got a lot of the plate, more of the plate, and then those hands are quick.
It's his 17th double on the season. 33rd RBI. The White Sox have hit the ball well this inning. Could have been worse. Marsh had made a tremendous play. Here's A.J. Pollock. Oh, 0-2.
Now looking for a little bit better 0-2 pitch here for Noah. Get through this and keep it a tie game.
Swing and a miss, 7 strikeouts, ties a season high, but the White Sox get 2 and tie it up.
Using the old baseball stats only gives you part of the puzzle. But when we challenge ourselves using advanced tools and modern thinking, you'll see the bigger picture.
Challenge all things baseball with MLB Now, only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Big A on July 30th. Runners receive a shirt, medal, and 2 ticket vouchers. Register now at angels.com/5K.
See some guys run around the bases this inning. How about that, Patio?
I'm not going to make a 5K, Gooby. I'm not going to be able to pull it off.
Oh, you could do a Patio.
Okay, I'm in. Well, Lucas Giolito has kind of found his form here tonight. Gooby's struck out 3 of the last 4. David McKinnon drew a walk last time up, something he's impatient at the plate since being called up.
Giolito a lot more confident with his changeup today. That changeup was right and hard at the plate.
Yeah, right to Tim Anderson. And Brandon Marsh flashing the leather. How about this date 10 years ago? Our Carl's Cam replay with Jared Weaver on the hill. Mike Trout leaps up in Baltimore and makes the catch.
And J.J. Hardy was thinking he had a home run there, hit that right center weave going, wow, what a play that was. And Trouty, he had to go a long way. Camden Yards, when they moved the fence back this season, that was a big part of the yard to have to cover. And he was playing shallow. Went back and leaped almost half his body over the wall. He was flying on Southwest Airlines on that one.
Hey, Erica, you talked to some people about that catch.
I talked to Taylor Ward about that catch, and he and Gooby had the exact same answer at the exact same time. He remembers the advertisement behind him because it looked like he was flying, but he said, I remembered how high he jumped. He just looked like he didn't even see the ball. Somehow he came down with it.
I guess the question, remains and always gets, bounced around is what's the greatest catch in Angels history? So 1982, we flash back. Everybody can for sure weigh in. Against Kansas City.
It's Amos Otis swinging the bat. A great defender.
Fred Lynn and Brian Downing like a Mack truck. And somehow Freddie Lynn hangs on to it.
Boy, just running into Brian Downing alone. That's not a fun thing.
Yeah, 2 outs. That was a relatively easy play. But then, of course, for me, it's going to be very tough to knock this one. June 10, 1997, Jim Edmonds. Jimmy dives and makes the catch.
Incredible. That's off of David Howard, a guy that you're going to play shallow in the outfield. He has to go straight back. I still say that was the best catch I've ever seen.
Wow.
Period.
Really?
No problem saying that.
Tim Salmon was right there, and I know Garrett Anderson was on the pregame show with Ken French. They were breaking all those catches down. GA said he somehow missed it. I don't know if he was screened or. But yeah, I think that's number 1. I'll go Trout 2, and then I'll go Freddie Lynn 3, at least of the 3 that we've seen.
Yes.
Here. I'm sure GA he's probably in the back of his mind is like, look, I made a few. They just must not have had the tape rolling.
Well, when you go back through the years, there's been so many incredible outfielders. This from Gary Pettis to Devon White to Darren Erstad. And we know Tim and GA and Jimmy Evans. I mean, there's been phenomenal ones. Trouty, Peter Borges made some unbelievable plays in center. And Fred Lynn was unbelievable.
2 down, 0-2 to Rengifo, and also the catch Trout made where he pushed himself up.
Yeah, that one here, it felt like he was at almost 3/4 of his body over the wall.
Visually, that was one of the greatest catches I've ever seen. And Rengifo strikes out. So Giolito takes care of business, and we move on to the 7th.
To the track, to the wall. He made the catch.
Catch your team.
Oh, what a play.
My team.
He lifts and makes the catch.
Every team.
As good as it gets.
Only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson punching home run into the left field stand. Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star. This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza. The Boston
welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
MLB All-Star ballot is now open. Vote daily at MLB.com/vote. Send your favorite Angels players. The Dodger Stadium's coming up here in July. Mike Trout right there ranks second among all American League players with over 2 million votes, trailing only Aaron Judge. Shohei Ohtani currently second to Yordan Alvarez for DH.
Shohei will be in the All-Star game one way or the other.
Yes.
On the mound or swinging the bat. Tyler Wade takes over now.
For David McKinnon, a little early for that. Interesting.
I think part of it is the bat probably doesn't come around for a while, so you're going to try to keep at all costs here your better defender at third base for a guy with not a lot of experience. He's done a nice job so far, David McKinnon, at third base, but you have a better defender in a tie game.
There's Sheets, last time up, doubled. 7 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. Elvis Peguero is up in the bullpen. Angels had 2 players that were suspended from the Brawl yesterday, but they're appealing and available tonight. Ryan Tepera and Raisel Iglesias. Tepera got 3 games and Iglesias 2. The 10 games for Phil Nevin caught me by surprise a little bit, not gonna lie. I don't know what the precedent is, but it's like, wow, 10. All right. Wow, that one is hit hard up the middle. Like Trout is there, so leadoff single for Sheets, his second hit, a double and a single.
He's tracked the baseball well twice against Syndergaard now. That was a changeup. Stayed back, not a lot of stride. Kept his hands back.
Brings up the catcher Savala, 0 for 2.
Tony La Russa never really been a big guy as far as bunting. I don't think there's a bunt scenario here. Syndergaard has gotten 3 double plays turned behind him this season. Overall ground ball percentage at a little over 47%.
The bunt squares around. Oh, trouble for Syndergaard.
You know what it came down to? Noah's trying to get to that baseball quickly. I think he might have a play at second. He was already trying to turn his body, I think, to make the play, and I think he might have had a shot. Aggressive play. But didn't get that baseball into the glove. And it'll be a sacrifice bunt and an E1, more than likely.
So the error from Syndergaard. A little bit of trouble here, to say the least, in the 7th, tied at 2. 2 on, nobody out. And here's Josh Harrison. First pitch, base hit. Trout comes up with it. Have a play at second base.
Wow, how did that tag? We'll look at it. We'll definitely look at it, but what a play that was by Walston Rengifo. They're not convinced. Zavala's not, that he was out at second.
Well, Sheets does come in to score. It's going to be an RBI regardless for Josh Harrison and a 3-2 Chicago lead.
That's about as quick as a tag as you can get. Trout on the throw home and quickly throw back to second. Well, there's a tough angle. Did you ever even see the hand get to the base?
Call on the field is out at second. Chicago is challenged.
Okay, so La Russa challenging. From that angle, we couldn't tell if Zavala was able to get his hand in. They're all checking it out.
Well, he blocked the whole base. It's tough for the second base umpire. There's a lot. I mean, there's got to be a real good angle to change the call on the field.
I don't know if that is enough evidence to overturn it. It looked like he got his hand in there prior to the tag. Just don't know if the way they look at it in New York, if that's enough to overturn the out call at second.
This could be huge if you're able to get the out. Otherwise, a ton of momentum now for the White Sox.
So it depends on how many angles they have in New York.
I think if it's a safe call, we might see a pitching change also.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is out. Chicago loses their challenge.
What a play that was by Jared Walsh and Luis Rengifo. How quick that tag was. Walsh, like he was a quarterback. Jim Zorn making that catch and throw, and then a quick tag by Rengifo.
For the kids at home, you're going way back. Seattle Seahawks, 70s, early 80s. Jim Zorn to Steve Largent.
Yeah.
I think he had the most fumbles any quarterback ever. Sosa now up 0 for 2. 3-2 Chicago here in the 7th. One down. Harrison at first. Here's our T-Mobile coverage cam. Another look at the play. So it's going to go 8-3-4 on that putout.
Trout picking up an outfield assist. Pitch out.
Yeah, how about that?
You see it often. The Angels have done that about at least 3 or 4 times this year.
There's Ray Montgomery, but Bill Hasselman has been on some of those calls quite a bit. Even though he picked up a 1-game suspension, does not have to serve it just yet. This could be big. There's a 6-4-3 double play. That's exactly what Noah Syndergaard and the Angels needed. Remember that play at second.
MLB Big Inning brings you the biggest plays of the night, live as they happen. Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel. It's nonstop action on MLB Big Inning, every night on MLB.tv.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson, 13 home runs into the left field stand. Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star. This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza!
The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome.
That ball is gone!
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught! Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Angels Baseball on Valley Sports is brought to you by Hyundai. To learn about Hyundai's advanced technology and award-winning safety, visit buyhyundai.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealers today. By Jack in the Box, introducing the new $5.99 double bacon cheesy Jack combo. At Jack in the Box, order on the new Jack app today. And by your Southern California Cadillac dealers. So Syndergaard has gone 7 innings, allowed 3 runs, and clearly frustrated.
Part of it is the play that he wasn't unable to make. He worked so hard to do that.
Yeah, it has to be. Lucas Giolito's evening is in the books. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. That was a big-time bounce back as Ethan Katz is pitching coach since, well, they've been working together for like 15 years. Reynaldo Lopez is the new pitcher for the White Sox, and they turn it over to the bullpen, and they have a 3-2 lead. Larry Garcia is now in right field.
Yeah, Lopez, he's got that good moving fastball, 93-98, curveball, slider, and changeup. He's really settled into the relief role, former starter.
Max Stassi leads off.
Well, the White Sox bullpen was supposed to be the strength. They've had some injuries to their bullpen, and they're right now coming in a 4.19 ERA in the American League. Still solid, good arms, but they have struggled.
So for Syndergaard, he entered the game with a 3.86 ERA. He goes 7 innings, and his ERA is exactly at 3.86. Didn't change.
No. But he got, we mentioned the length in the game, 7 innings. And just looking for his offense to get him some support.
Ryan Tepera is up. We talked a lot, we've used that word galvanize. You know, the bench clearing brawl yesterday that took 17, 18 minutes to sort out.
Expect a slider here now against Stassi. Oh, he went fastball off the plate.
So
wow,
counts now
nasty.
Full. Yep.
I think Lopez wanted that one. The old walk around the mound. That always makes a home plate umpire feel really good. See that?
Oh,
the old hands on the waist is the home plate umpire. They really enjoy that.
Lopez was pretending they were throwing the baseball around the horn. Here's a 3-2. Okay, so a leadoff walk for Max Stassi. With Brandon Marsh coming up, we've seen offense and we've seen defense. So we'll go Arco top tier plays. First, the offense, snapping out of an 0 for 16. Ruled a home run off the glove of Sheets. But, well, they reviewed that. He would take a triple and an RBI, and then Doobie, this play, I had no idea how he got there.
Yeah, I mean, you drive in a run, you take away a run. Swinging the bat and using the glove. Harrison moving in as if he's anticipating a bunt. Don't think that's going to be the case. Moving back now. Robert playing extremely deep in center.
Oh, just off the plate. Could have gone either way on that one. Lopez might have a claim on that pitch.
Well, just look at how much room that Brandon Marsh has in that left side of the infield. We get a great view right there. Something away. Just hit a ground ball where the shortstop should have been for a hit.
Like that, something like that. Not a ground ball, but a base hit on a line. So 2 hits for Brandon Marsh. First and second, nobody out.
Now you know that Andrew Velasquez is going to be asked to square around and get a bunt down. This is a really good swing there for Marsh. So he triples the wall in right and a line drive to left, single.
White Sox trying to maybe buy a little time.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like the idea of a pinch runner now for Max Stassi.
Right now, let's give you a quick word from Kia.
Presenting Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable all-wheel drive SUVs.
So Monte Harrison is in. Remember, he scored that winning run yesterday. It was so close. I spoke to Monte about that today. I said, did you look back and see Trout trying to take third? Because he had hesitated, and then he picked it up because he said, yeah, I looked back, I saw Trammell making the throw, and that's why he went in head first and ended up being the game winner. Let's see if Velasquez squares to bunt here. He does. From this side of the plate, Andrew has been working on getting a bunt down. Benji Gill. This is earlier in the season. A little more of a struggle for him on.
Remember, they were bunting into buckets to try to just roll right into a bucket. Depending on which side of the plate. 97, 98 mile an hour fastball, especially if he elevates, it's not easy to get a bunt down.
Oh, that's excellent work by Velasquez. He gets it down. Harrison throws him out.
That's perfect because you want the third baseman to field it. If he does, there's no play at third. And that's not an easy pitch to get down on the ground. That's a high fastball. Lopez did everything you want to try to do, but a great job by Andrew Velasquez to get this one down. It's exactly what you teach at every level as a pitcher. Elevate, so hard to get that bunt down, but he did and forced Harrison to field it.
And it actually gave Harrison a little bit of trouble the way he fielded that off the heel of his glove. Make him make a play. Tremendous bunt. So now second and third. Taylor Ward, one down. Off the plate. Tying run 90 feet away. Tremendous speed. Monte Harrison. And great speed at second. Brandon Marsh. Oh, that's definitely going to get a run in. That's hit well. Going back on it. Luis Robert unable to make the catch. Harrison scores. Brandon Marsh trying to take the lead. He tries to slide a collision at the plate. He is safe. Angels go up 4-3. Taylor Ward delivers.
Wow, what a swing that was. Getting the job done. You just hope that Brandon Marsh is okay. That slide into the plate. There's not any room for him to get in there. And a gutsy call by Mike Gallego. Fastball up. That's what you want. Something up that you can hit in the air. And Robert is so good with that coverage. Unable to cover that one. It gets to the wall. And that slide in there, sometimes you just force him to make a play, unable to do that. With Trout at the plate, that's why it's a gutsy call by Mike Gallego. Took the shot, and you got the lead. I mean, there's zero room, path to the plate.
That left arm never got past. Savala came back, tagged it, stomped on it with his right hand.
Yeah, if you don't get, I mean, he's out at home, you're going to review that anyhow, because he had no path to the plate.
That's
none.
Great point.
Looks like, hopefully he's okay, Marsh.
Yeah, he looks like he's okay. He's got all that enthusiasm and adrenaline, right? So Garcia, who just came into right field, that ball started trailing. And from the replay, of course, Robert didn't get a glove on it. Just placed perfectly for Taylor Ward.
All set up by a great bunt by Andrew Velasquez.
So with the collision at home plate, right? It definitely looked like it could be scary, but you see some good sportsmanship right there.
That's why it's so dangerous when you go head first in at home plate. You're sliding head first into catcher's equipment.
With your hand, you're right.
How about the difference in a series where Trout was almost automatically being walked against Seattle?
That's right.
And Trout has good numbers against the White Sox. So does Shohei. And they determined to go after Trout today. Trout hasn't seen the ball real well at first 3 at-bats, but that could change with one swing.
Also a couple of times, you know, the Mariners threw, let's say, up and in, and then decided to intentionally walk him.
Tied him up, fastball in. Again, going back to that great play by Jared Walsh. Cut that throw off from Trout, and a quick throw and quick tag by Rengifo at second. Allows Syndergaard to get a ground ball double play, and you look up, the Angels are now back up on top. Great play by Walsh.
Three-2, swing and a miss. And Trout strikes out for the 3rd time here tonight.
Now, I'd be shocked if Shohei gets a chance to swing the bat here with an open base. Challenge him fastball.
And there it is, automatic intentional walk to Shohei. The fans clearly disappointed. I would be too. They understand the game. You want to see him swing the bat. Tyler Wade replaced David McKinnon. And now that spot comes up here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 on, 2 out. Angels back on top, 4-3. Zavala, Lopez talking things over. Ethan Katz going to come out and join the conversation. We'll give them their time and also give you a quick word from Hyundai.
It's your journey. Own it in the Hyundai Santa Fe.
It's been a fun ball game, back and forth. Angels had a 2-0 lead in the 2nd. White Sox tied it up. 2-2, took a 3-2 lead, and Halos with 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Back on top, 4-3. Giolito went 6. Syndergaard's gone 7, and those 2 guys came up big. Hopefully, as you mentioned, Brandon Marsh is okay sliding in head first, and the bunt by Velasquez. Good baseball. Runners go. The throw to 3rd. Oh, the ball gets away. Taylor Warson, there it is. Both runners advance on the stolen bags. Ohtani with the stolen base. Ward with the stolen base.
Well, if he's able to hold on to that, more than likely, Ward is going to be out. That's a high leg kick. It looked like a little bit of a stumble by Taylor. See, that baseball beats him, but he's able to kick it out. That wrist area, too, for Josh Harrison. That's a sore one when you catch that baseball and the slide right into your glove. Trying to shake that one off.
It was a perfect throw from Zavala, but somehow Ward was able to kick it loose.
Now there's always a threat of a bunt. See if they can make a play against you in the infield. Especially for a team that has struggled defensively like the White Sox have this year.
Their fielding percentage ranks last. Balls, 1 strike now to Tyler Wade. Taylor Ward at third. So often it's Taylor trying to drive in Tyler. Let's go. Let's pay it forward right here. Oh, you're gonna have to get that bat back. 3-2.
Yeah, it looked like a strike. This catches the outside corner at the knees. I'm guessing that Tyler went by him and said, I'm sorry about that one. Because you see the shake of the head.
Yep. Not trying to show anybody up. Full count. Walsh is on deck. Oh, nice try, but Harrison that time hangs on to it. Taylor Ward, that man though, drives in 2. Here's the go-ahead run, head first into home plate, and he's in there. 4-3, Angels lead to the 8th.
We asked retired MLB pitcher CC Sabathia to hit in Win Reality.
You get nervous? Yeah.
A VR training tool for hitters. Who is he hitting against?
Oh, here we go.
Himself.
Man, I'm good. Both of me.
Hitters see game speed pitches, improved timing, pitch recognition, and confidence in the real game.
How many MLB home runs did you have?
More than you.
Be ready for real. Win Reality.
Should Viagra really cost $90? We don't think so. RexMD.com has FDA-approved generic Viagra at 90% off with free shipping. Want to know what other guys are saying about RexMD.com?
This was my first time using telemedicine, and I'd recommend this process to anyone. I couldn't be happier with the product.
Visit RexMD.com and fill out a brief survey. If appropriate, you can try generic Viagra for 90% off and get a free supply of testosterone support. Your consultation is free, there's no copays, and no doctor office visits. Visit RexMD.com.
Hey, it's me, the summer breeze. I just flew back into town. Let's get outside. Much better.
Getting you ready for the Angels Live post-game show presented by the OC Healthcare Agency. Ken French, Garrett Anderson, Tim Salmon will also be here. We'll talk about Noah's solid 7 and also Brandon Marsh having a night. Your thoughts on Marsh batting 8th? You said that was a good spot for him.
In pregame I said that. It's a good spot for him. No pressure at all. And down to that bottom third of the lineup, pitchers don't really pay attention as much because they're worried about it, the other part of the lineup coming up after.
And he's been playing a pretty darn good left field, a place you know pretty well.
I do, and he covered a lot of ground to get to that ball left center. Tip my hat to him.
Absolutely, a lot to talk about. We'll break it all down. Angels Live postgame right now. Ryan Tepera taking to the hill. Patrick Gooby, take it away.
All right, Frenchie and GA, thanks very much. And yeah, Kingfish will join you guys. When you get a tip of the cap from Garrett Anderson left, he'll take that.
Yeah, because GA was really, really good out in left field as a defender. He had a very solid throwing arm, too.
Second that. Get a ground ball. Whoa, there's Tyler Wade. Diving, throwing, got him.
hit a line drive that was caught. You know, he said, hey, listen, you take away a hit from me, I'll take a hit away from you. Nice play, Tyler Wade.
And well, that decision to put him out there pays off right there. Excellent, excellent defense.
Because I think that's the right play, because that's going to be a tougher play on the backhand, especially with the speed of Anderson. Velasquez, very gifted as shortstop, but that's going to be a longer throw. Gets up quickly and makes the play. And keeping that speed off the bases.
Yeah, the speed of Anderson, he would have beat the play from Velasquez most likely. And he's already got two stolen bases in the game. And now Ryan Tepera faces Andrew Vaughn. Double, drove in a run, and scored a run. And here's Ryan Tepera, who will eventually have to serve a 3-game suspension. But you look at gaining some respect from your teammates. What went down yesterday?
Well, you also could get that suspension reduced.
You could, of course, appeal. Iglesias and Tepera both appealing their suspensions. But I mean, when you see him and Anthony Rendon in there, it just builds that room. I say that because you told me. It was the biggest brawls for the Angels pretty much since '98, when Phil Nevin also involved. Hey, there's a common denominator. Ryan Tepera, 1-2.
Trying to get him a chase. After working ahead 0-2, a couple sliders in a row.
Off the plate, 3-2.
Showing some pretty good patience after falling behind 0-2. Has not got him to expand the strike zone.
He did in fact swing. Rengifo is there, throws the cross, and we have 2 away here in the 8th.
Good CNF from Ryan Tepera, getting ground balls.
Luis Robert will lead off. It'd be pretty cool if this set up for Tepera Iglesias,
yeah.
Considering, I mean, that shot put with the sunflower seeds and how upset he was over being ejected. He thought no reason that he should have been ejected is what he said after the game. I'm sure he'll love to get out there on the bump with the 1-run lead. Got to get there first. And was he fired up? That's popped up. That's out of play.
Oh, nice play on the carom right below us.
Let's get the camera ready.
Yes.
Let's get the gram for her.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
That's it.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Now she's like, let me just get my selfie.
See the little bounce? And use it 2 hands.
Yes.
2 hands to make the play.
Sign her up.
Well, that's a good sinker there from Tepera. Yay! So cool.
That's awesome. It's a memory that will be there for a lifetime. for that young lady. Two outs here in the top of the 8th. 4-3 Angels and a 2-2 count coming to Luis Robert from Tepera. Yeah.
Trying to get him a chase. Remember, he swung at a high fastball earlier tonight against Noah Syndergaard.
Oh, it hits the mound. It took a little sting off of it. Velasquez is there. Tepera gets through the 8th inning, and the Angels have a 4-3 lead to the bottom of the 8th.
Welcome to the Aura Sleep Lab. Carby cravings can be hard to curb. Try to say that 10 times fast. With your Aura Ring, you can learn how to sleep better and balance your hunger and fullness hormones. So if it gets hard to curb your cravings, sleep them away. With the Aura Ring, you can learn how to sleep better and keep those appetite hormones balanced. It's like having a sleep lab on your finger.
Prescription eyewear can be really expensive, but here's a secret. Glasses don't actually cost that much to make. Surprise! Especially when you design your own eyewear and then sell it directly to your customers. Like we do. Oh hi, we're Warby Parker. Our glasses start at $95, including prescription lenses. And the best part? You can try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
Valley Sports is brought to you by Carl's Jr. Sink your teeth into the new Primal menu and beyond, Raptor, at Carl's Jr. Feed your happy. By the OC Healthcare Agency, build your healthiest self at angels.ocnavigator.org. And by your Southern California Infinity dealers. And by Heffernan Insurance. Double by Taylor Ward. The bottom of the 7th. Scored 2, including that head-first slide from Brandon Marsh. Monte Harrison also scoring. And new pitcher is Jimmy Lambert for the White Sox. This has been a fun ball game here tonight. 2016 from Fresno State. Bulldog just like Taylor Ward. Jared Walsh leading off, bottom 8. He has been the type of hitter all season, Gooby. Late innings, he has come up clutch.
He has, and you remember last year had a walk-off home run against the White Sox. So you'd love to see a little add-on run here.
A little cue ball, a lot of spin on that. Lambert picks it up, throws.
That was
play.
2 outstanding plays.
Yeah.
Braywood first, Lambert. That is a very difficult hop.
It's off the end of the bat.
Moving around, since we did a football reference earlier with Jim Zorn, how about little Jack Lambert, linebacker. That looks like it's a knock there for Walsh.
Yeah.
But he stayed and got that stay low like he's an infielder once he released the baseball.
So 1 out now for Luis Rengifo. Jack Lambert or Dick Butkus?
Well, I've met Dick Buckus a few times, but Jack Lambert, I remember watching him more. But meeting Dick Buckus, I would have to say him because I'd be still scared not to say him.
I guess I could throw Mike Singletary in there.
Oh, yeah.
But you didn't bring
those eyes, though. Yeah. Oh, locked in.
Lambert had him, too. Well inside, 1-2.
Could see a change up here now.
How about it? 4-3 lead. Raisel Iglesias. Now that'll be fun.
Yeah, he rushed a little bit his change up upstairs.
In the ninth for the White Sox, due up Abreu, Pollock, Sheets. 4, 5, 6. So from 0-2.
Get a chance to get on base.
Check that on Sheets. He was removed from the game. Kurt Suzuki on deck.
Love to see at least get on base for Suzuki for some action potentially.
Popped up left side. Harrison, Anderson, and Harrison makes the play.
Going back to our Hyundai key for the game today. We go up. Down by 1, go up by 1 with a big swing by Taylor Ward on a pitch upstairs.
Love it. Taylor Ward went up. Kurt Suzuki now with 2 down here in the 8th.
He was thinking extra base hit that first pitch, trying to drive it. Pretty good career numbers for Kurt Suzuki against the White Sox. .308 batting average with 6 home runs. Trying to add on to that.
Suzuki replaced Stassi when Harrison came in to pinch run in the 7th inning for Max. Which, as you pointed out, good decision. And just playing a little small ball tonight.
Love seeing that. That was a really nice bunt by Andrew Velasquez. That is a difficult pitch to get on the ground. 97-mile-an-hour fastball above the strike zone. This is a great job. Yeah, he says, yeah, it was hard. See? Saying, yeah, it was difficult.
Stop talking about me, Gooby. You're making me uncomfortable. You know, but he also had an RBI single that kicked off the leg of Giolito. But I think it's that sacrifice bunt that is going to get that respect in that room. And earn you more playing time in more situations. Two just off the plate. Full count.
Brandon Marsh has had a great game. He triple and a single. RBI triple. Single run scored. 2 runs. Let's say 1 run scored for Marsh.
But he took a run away also. And hey, how about that from 0-2? A 2-out walk. And it gives Marsh another opportunity. You know, these two teams virtually identical in the standings. Angels are 500, White Sox 3 under. But, I mean, the big difference is in the run differential. The Angels are still a +7, but they play in the AL West. The White Sox, they're -51, but they're only 6 back in the AL Central.
Yeah.
For the Minnesota Twins.
Minnesota won today. They beat Cleveland. Minnesota all of a sudden has gotten hot again. Cleveland, who was playing such great baseball, was in first place in the division. They've lost 5 in a row now.
This day last year, White Sox were 12 over and first place in the Central with a +79 run differential. Swing and a miss. It's been, I don't know if you want to call it the hot seat in South Side there for Tony La Russa, but it's been, fans have been pretty tough on him. I'm sure he's heard it all in 40+ years and second most wins in history.
But Baltimore all over Seattle tonight, up in Seattle 8-2. Texas won again. There it is, 2 games under 500, 35 and 37.
Yeah, there are 2 teams that are 500 or better on the road, but under 500 at home. Texas and the Chicago White Sox. Oh, that's going to be a tough play. In fact, no play. And that's another hit for Brandon Marsh, first and second now.
Yeah, when you're struggling to get some hits, you'll take that and add on 3-hit night. 2 baseballs hit on the barrel tonight, and this one just off the end of the bat. But it looks like a line drive. Those are the ones as a pitcher you're upset with. So if you're Andrew Velasquez now, boy, I'm jumping on first pitch because you're still frustrated. You think you made a great pitch, you get a little dribbler like that, there's no covers there. So before he settles down, be ready to jump on the first pitch.
He was.
Boy, and he was on that one too. Good swing.
Velasquez trying to add on here for the Halos. That gets over the pitcher. And Anderson is there to throw out Andrew Velasquez to end the inning. Here comes Rysell.
The game is changing, and so are the shows that talk about it. MLB Network's Off Base.
What's going on, everyone?
A modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It doesn't get much better than sitting around and talking baseball.
Only on MLB Network.
Baseball's biggest moments are live on MLB Big Inning. MLB.tv's nightly show takes you from game to game for all the grand slams, no-hitters, walk-offs, and more as they happen.
Wow, he can do it all!
Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel.
This is some kind of awesome.
After your game ends, the action's just heating up on MLB Big Inning. Every night on MLB.tv.
Angels baseball on Bally Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Introducing the new $5.99 double bacon cheesy Jack combo at Jack in the Box. Order on the new Jack app today. By Metro Water District. Get a rebate to remove your lawn and put in California-friendly plants. For water-saving tips, go to bewaterwise.com. And by Keck Hospital of USC. Ninth inning. One-run game. If you look at records in these situations, White Sox, well, they're 5 over. Angels 7 under. But the Angels, who just won a one-run game yesterday for the first time since May 8th, looking to go back-to-back. And I just love this situation right here that we have.
Yeah, I mean, you have Raisel Iglesias in here. He's throwing the ball very well again of late. You just go back to your last game, you win a one-run game. And that's what you have that mindset, and that's all you're thinking about is making now 2 in a row. A whip of 0.87. It's a fun matchup here. Abreu, Iglesias, fellow countrymen from Cuba.
2 Cubans squaring off. This is big time. Off the plate. Ooh. 1-1.
It's one of those unhittable spots, but he had a pretty good hack at a fastball there. At 93 at the knees.
Hit to center field. Mike Trout going back. And he has room for the first out here in the 9th.
How much of a perfectionist is Raisel Iglesias? He got it out, but he knew he didn't throw it exactly where he wanted to throw it. So see how quickly he makes that adjustment and makes an even better pitch going forward.
There's A.J. Pollock. Even though Phil Nevin is serving his 10-game suspension starting tonight, these games all still officially count towards Nevin's record through the suspension. So he would be in line for the win. Yes, that's in there, 0-2.
That arm angle.
Oh, 2 lifted to right field. Taylor Ward running over. That one drifts foul into the seats.
A little bit more of the strike zone, even though Raisel Iglesias loves to finish off hitters as quick as possible on 0-2. That's a little bit too much of the strike zone. See if he gets Pollock to go after something. And his pitch off the plate now.
Iggy with 13 saves on the season. And took something off. Slider got him. 2 down.
Span it. Got in the chase. Perfect pitch. The adjustment made quickly for Iggy. Kept that front shoulder in and driving towards the plate to finish that slider off.
So here's Garcia. Ball 1. Syndergaard for 7 to Para for 1. And Iglesias looking to shut the door. Swing and a miss.
It's a nice little split finger changeup. Trying to elevate, fastball.
He's got 2 strikes on him now. $21,973 on their feet. The 1-2. That's a play by Rengifo, and ball game! Light up the halo, 4-3, Angels win. Syndergaard gets the W, Tapera the hold, Iglesias with the save.
It's all about some outstanding defense, some timely hitting, some good bunting, base running excellent. And what a play this was for Rengifo. Dive back in. Of course, he runs well, but a play. Some outstanding defense in the infield in this game for the Halos. Getting another 1-run victory today against the White Sox, a team that's played very well on the road. Thor, excellent. Captain Caveman with a big game. Taylor Ward, awesome again today himself in that leadoff spot. So balance in the lineup. Andrew Velasquez with a great bunt, also an RBI single. That's a total team victory today.
So much to like about this W here for the Angels. Our Toyota player of the game is Brandon Marsh, standing by right now with Erica Weston.
Thanks very much, Patrick. Marshy, quite a night for you with your 3 hits tonight. I know we've been talking a lot about that bat coming around, and we sure saw it tonight. Must have felt good to get those big knocks for you early tonight.
I mean, it's huge. You know, we want to play well behind Noah. He threw a hell of a game, and as well with Pep and Iggy, but we just wanted to get some support for our pitchers, and you know, tonight was a lot of fun.
He really was. 7 innings, 7 strikeouts for him as well in this one tonight. You made a couple of incredible plays out there in the outfield as well. How much fun is it playing behind him, knowing how quickly he works?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Trying to get us back in the dugout very quick, keep the pace of play going, get the hitters going. But yeah, it was a lot of fun out there in the outfield. It took a whole team effort, and glad we came out with a W.
7th inning, they took the lead, but you guys come right back and score to take the lead back in the bottom half of that inning. The fight that you saw from this ball club tonight, what does it say about what you guys have going on right now?
You know, we showed a lot of perseverance tonight, and it kind of gives a little tribute to what we're about. And, you know, I'm blessed to be a part of this team, and looking forward to the future.
Thanks for the time, Marshy. Nice job.
Thank you, Erica.
All right, Brandon Marsh, everybody.
What a nice win that was, Patio. Great job, Erica. That was great to see Brandon Marsh dealing.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Doobie, this was just good baseball. Noah Syndergaard going deep into the ball game, 7 innings. And the Angels win the opener of this series. So, how about that? A chance to win the series tomorrow. Perhaps we'll see Chase Silseth on the bump. You'll want to stick around for Angels Live postgame show coming up next.